Welcome in to Lady Eagle Softball on Hobbs Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Eagle 100.5 Facebook. Third pitch in, and there's a shot out to left field on an 0-2 count. Lucero flies out to the left fielder, Rangel. A fly out to position 9 for out number 1, one batter, 3 pitches, 1 out. That was number 4, Lilian Lucero, the first baseman for Roswell High. Coming up, number 12, Jacqueline Quezada, playing third base. And the first pitch is going to miss just a little outside for ball 1. 1-0 count. 1 out, nobody on. 1-0 count. That misses just high, just at the top of the zone, right over the plate, though. A nice pitch. That is Jackson in the circle for Hobbs. Ralston behind the plate, that's your battery. I'll set the field for you in just a moment. Oh, and that's another really nice pitch. Just missed up high. I tell you what, Quezada is up there. As aggressive as Lucero was, swung at every pitch she saw, Quezada has looked at every pitch she has seen. That hits the outside corner. Beautiful pitch there by Jackson. So we'll see if Quezada is going to give this one a right. Oh, another beautiful pitch. Yes. Hits the outside corner. This ump so far is seeing that corner and calling it well. I agree with both of those, and I would have if a situation were reversed if it was a Roswell pitcher. 2-2 the count. Hit to stay alive at the plate. Fouled sharply down first base line. Count stays 2-2. 1 out, nobody on. Here, top of the first inning, beginning of this game. Roswell High visiting the Hobbs Lady Eagles for the very first district game for both of these teams. Let that one go. Oh, a call strike right there. I was afraid that he was going to say that was a little high. I think that was right at the letters. And a call strike. Quezada did not agree with that. 2 outs. Went down looking. So 2 outs. And brings Bella Ornelas, the catcher, to the plate. First pitch in is going to be a ball. 1-0 on Bella, number 5, catching. And if she finds her way on, number 2, Aubrey Aramijo, the shortstop, is on deck. And number 14, Avril Sanchez, the pitcher, is in the hole. But Hobbs would like to keep them from getting that deep and go ahead and get this third out. And that was a call strike to even things up, 1-1. 2 outs, nobody on, 1-1 count. Swing and a miss. Nice pitch. Jackson put a little more speed on that. Hung it out over the outside corner of the plate. And Ornelas swung a little late. Bat a little too short. So 1-2 the count. Beautiful pitch. Swing and a miss. Got her. Strikeout number 2. Out number 3. 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on. And we go to the bottom of the first inning. Scoreless. Hobbs ladies coming up to bat, and we'll have more Lady Eagle softball coming up on Hobbs Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Eagle 100.5 Facebook.
Here's some good news. Master Plumbers is thanking their customers. Right now, you can have your drain cleared for $39. $39, and you pick the drain. You better hurry. This drain clearing promotion won't last long. Plus, free camera inspection. Drain clogged? No problem. Call the Master. 397-9385. Reminder, Master Plumbers will meet or beat any competitor's plumbing price.
Master Plumbers, call the Master.
Attention mechanics. NMR Pipeline is hiring now. If you know your way around heavy equipment and you have your own tools, NMR Pipeline wants to talk to you. NMR is offering top pay based on experience and solid benefits, medical, dental, and vision. NMR Pipeline isn't looking for trainees. They're hiring real mechanics ready to turn wrenches and get the job done right. Apply now at 300 South Main in Eunice. NMR Pipeline, built on skill, driven by hard work. NMR Pipeline is an equal opportunity employer.
And welcome back to Hobbs Lady Eagles softball. It's a home doubleheader for your Hobbs girls as they are hosting Roswell High, starting off district. And, man, I tell you what, there's the regular season, there's district season. It's important to show up for both and to put together the best record you can. Hobbs owns a better record than Roswell High, but when district starts, it's every team for themselves, and things can change just depending on who's improving, who's falling, who's peaking, who's fading. And your Hobbs Lady Eagles look to remain solid and start getting even stronger. Right now, they have the best record in the District 4-5A. But you got to play every game. You got to protect that record, and that is exactly what they're looking to do, is go ahead and notch a couple of district wins here early on to start off the district season on the right note. They got to play and win this first one, and then the nightcap on a windy day. And you can see the flags. They're not so much blowing as they're swirling, and that's a very swirly wind that's going on. A lot of circular motion in it, and it's very unpredictable, and it can be extremely gusty. All right, so bottom of the first inning, Hobbs coming out to the plate. Your leadoff batter is number 11, Saul Rangel, left fielder. Looks at the first pitch, and it is a ball. Second pitch in. That is going to be a call strike. Yep, on the outside corner and right at the knees. So the ump so far is calling the low end of the zone, the upper end of the zone, that outside corner. Nobody has really hit the inside corner yet. Can't really tell about that. Swing and a foul off out of play for strike number 2. So 1-2 count of Rangel trying to get something rolling for the Hobbs girls. As your battery is, that's Sanchez in the circle for Roswell High, Ornelas behind the plate, Lucero at first, Fuentes at second, Aramillo at short, Quezada at third. Another swing and a miss and a foul off out of play. And I tell you, Rangel is fighting off some pitches and staying alive at the plate. 1-2 count. Got to try to find a way on. Zambrano, that's Mariah Zambrano on deck, and Jackie Fuentes is in the hole. That misses low and inside for ball 2. Going to even up the count. No outs, nobody on, and Hobbs looking to put some numbers on the board. Get rid of the goose eggs. 2-2 count. And there's a changeup. Oh, and a strike 3 as Fuentes fell for it and swung and missed. The ball dropped, but thrown down to first. So, whoa, Rangel. I said Calder Fuentes. My apology there. Rangel, a changeup. I tell you what, Sanchez was able to keep that a secret until right as she released it. And then it was just a big watermelon floating up over the inside corner, dropping. I think if Rangel had let it go, it probably would have been a call strike that would dropped right through the zone over the inside corner. So 1 down, and Zambrano steps up to the plate, shows bunt, pulls the back. Did she get it in time? Yes, she did. So a 1-0 count. 1 out, nobody on. A 1-0 count as fastball just a little low. Fastball over the outside corner, but too low to be called a strike. So 2-0 count. Zambrano with a good eye, looking to get on. Fuentes on deck now. Ali Garcia, cleanup hitter, is in there. Oh, a beautiful, sharply hit ball straight up the middle, just out of reach of the shortstop, Aramillo, going out to center. Villa picks it up and gets it in. But Zambrano is on with a single. So Hobbs with 1 out, 1 on. Now Jackie Fuentes, number 5, cleanup hitter, playing shortstop, to the plate. Nope, she's batting in the 3rd slot. And it's Ali Garcia who's batting in the cleanup position. She's on deck. Jackson in the hole. Ooh, a lot of pop in the glove. Call strike on Fuentes. Oof. Wow. That's a nice pitch from Sanchez. Ornelas behind the plate. That's your battery. That misses low and inside for ball 1. 1-1 the count. 1 out, 1 on. Lots of ones. Hobbs would like to get a run across and make it at least 1 or 2. Ground ball, playable, and maybe double playable, and they do. They turn the double on Hobbs, and just like that, 3 up, 3 down. As wow, I thought that was a pretty hot grounder, a well-hit ball by Fuentes, but it went to the shortstop. She picked it up, threw it 6-4 to 3. Got Zambrano out at second for the second out, and then fired over to Fuentes to get her out at first. So a double play ends Hobbs' threat as they put a runner on 1 hit. Can't move her around. 3 up, 3 down. No runs on 1 hit, no errors. 1 left on base. No, nobody left on base. Nobody left on. That double play took care of it all. Swept them off clean. And now 0-0 as we head you into the top of the second inning. Quick work so far. We'll be back with more Lady Eagle softball coming up.
Did you know LECO offers fiber internet to your home and business? LECO is the only local fiber internet company. This means a personal touch for local customers. Keep your internet with a local company. You won't be disappointed. LECO, keeping you connected and in control since 1954. LECO, the only local fiber internet company. Call 370-5010. Keep your internet with a local company. You won't be disappointed. Call 370-5010. LECO, keeping you connected and in control since 1954.
SunGuard Precision is all about your truck and your home and making both look and feel amazing. SunGuard uses Lumar Window Tint, the top name in the game. For your truck, that means a cooler cap, UV protection, and a sleek custom look that turns heads. For your home, it's all about comfort blocking heat, reducing glare, and adding privacy without losing your view. SunGuard Precision brings style, protection, and performance on the road and at home. Call or look up SunGuard Precision in names and numbers. SunGuard Precision, your tinting pros.
Welcome back to Hobbs Lady Eagles softball on Hobbs Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Eagle 100.5 Facebook. I'm Dawn Morgan. After one complete inning of play, 0-0 is your score. 4, 5, and 6 up for Roswell High. There's a swing and a foul out of play off to the right. That is number 2, Aubrey Aramijo, the shortstop for Roswell High, clean-up hitter at the plate after Roswell went 1, 2, 3. 2 of them strikeouts in the their first at bat. This is first plate appearance though for Aramijo, and the count is now 2-2. Swing and a miss, and strikeout number 3 for Jackson. Sanaya Jackson looking good in the circle. First out, and that brings up number 14, Avriel Sanchez, the pitcher to the plate. That hits the outside corner. Beautiful pitch by Jackson. She worked that outside corner to perfection in the first inning. Call, strike 1. Ump is calling the corners for both pitchers. As long as you're consistent with the zone, as soon as you can figure out the particular umpire's strike zone. Some are softer at the top or bottom or inside or outside. As soon as you figure it out, as long as they're consistent, you know what to expect as a pitcher and a hitter. Foul back to the screen. So Sanchez still taking a crack at it, now protecting the plate with 2 strikes on her. Trying to get something rolling for Roswell High here. They want to try to score 1 or 2 wins to open up their district season, just like Hobbs. Beautiful pitch, just a tad outside. Now, the Hobbs faithful not seeing all of that, from their perspective, but I would have to agree that was just a little too outside. And not a bad pitch to throw. Sanchez did not offer. That she did. She knew it was close enough to swing to protect the plate, and Jackson brought the heat on that ball that broke over the outside corner. Beautiful pitch. Swing and a miss. 4th strikeout now. 3 of them have gone down swinging. And that brings up number 9, Navaya Sainz, who is the left fielder. Swing and a miss. As Jackson looking very strong in the circle. She's a youngster. I believe she may just be in 8th grade. I do believe that is true. Ooh, she did not break the plane. She offered, flinched on it. Check swing. Count even up, 1-1. 2 outs, nobody on. Hobbs would like to go ahead and get this 3rd out, get in the dugout, try to get things cooking. They put a runner on. There's a swing and a foul back to the screen for strike number 2. So now they are just 1 strike away from getting out of this at bat and getting their own bats swinging. They were able to put a runner on in their first at bat, but couldn't bring her around before that double play, a well-turned double play. Oh, call strike, yes, on the outside corner. So 3 batters, 3 strikeouts, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on, and 5 total strikeouts in the circle for Jackson, starting off in a good way here at Hobbs Lady Eagles softball headquarters. Home games, not 1 but 2 here, and we'll have them for you on Hobbs Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Eagle 100.5 Facebook.
When you want the job done right, trust the professionals at DNC Electric for all your electrician's needs. DNC Electric does oil well installations, battery installations, power lines, automation electric motor repairs, transformer repair, and so much more. When you want a reliable, dependable electrician for all your commercial and industrial services, call DNC Electric 492-0044, 575-492-0044. DNC Electric, 1444 West Broadway.
Listen up. You asked for it, you got it. Introducing all-in pricing from TDS. Get ultra-powerful 1 gig internet for just $49.99 a month for 2 years. No gimmicks, no gotchas. Plus, no contract, free installation, and a powerful Wi-Fi router included. All in? Oh yeah. Visit hellotds.com today. Internet speeds are up to and not guaranteed. Subject to availability. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
And welcome back to Hobbs Lady Eagles softball. First of a doubleheader, a district doubleheader. A little change up from Sanchez in the circle, and it doesn't make it to the plate. So it looked like it might have actually gotten hung up in her hand just a little bit. That's Allie Garcia, cleanup hitter, but batting first for the Lady Eagles here, trying to get something started. And that pitch, she caught it kind of on the inside of her, toward the inside of her bat, above her hands, and it went foul, out of play for strike one. Now we're even 1-1, no outs, nobody on. Bottom of the second, 4, 5, and 6 due up for Hobbs. That's going to miss low, 2-1 the count. I think Hobbs is right. Make this pitcher pitch to them. She has a strikeout. There's a ground ball. It's going to make its way by second base. Fuentes can't get there in time. Goes all the way out to the fence. Woo! Sliding in time, because that was a nice throw by Villa out there. She played it off the wall. Looked like it looked like it was bobbled for a minute, but man, she turned and fired and hit the shortstop who was covering second base and almost got Garcia at second, but good speed, sliding in under. So she had a sliding double. Sharply hit ground ball right by second base between second and center.
Now batting the pitcher, number 10, Sanaya Jackson.
So now Hobbs is in business. A runner in scoring position, nobody out. Sanaya Jackson, the pitcher, up, and that's going to miss outside for ball one. Jackson, left-handed batter and pitcher. Again, a young player, looks and pitches much older. Oh, there's a changeup, and it hits her as Jackson's going to take her base, as that was another changeup that Sanchez was trying, getting hung up in her hand. She did a better job with her changeup in that first at-bat for the Hobbs Lady Eagles. She was able to get Rangel with that, threw that as her third pitch, and struck out Rangel with it. Has had a little trouble with the mechanics of it since then. So Rangel hit by pitch, goes first. Runners on first and second now. That brings up number 14, Marina Valenzuela, third baseman for the Lady Eagles. And Angelica Sanchez is going to run in place of Jackson, who is the pitcher, and pitchers and catchers do get courtesy runners if they so choose. Some pitchers and catchers will run for themselves. So Sanchez on first and Garcia at second. That hits the outside corner. Yes, Valenzuela flinched on it, did not offer, but that pitch is being called a strike, and I think it hits the corner. So a little pop on the glove, too, by Sanchez on that. I think she's a little frustrated. There's a chopper down to second, picked up and thrown, and a bad throw. It's high and goes almost in the Hobbs dugout, and that's going to score one. It was a nice stop, and it looked like Fuentes, she didn't need to throw it that hard, and she just flipped it overhand and sailed over the head of Lucero at first. So not an error on the play, but an error on the throw. So Valenzuela reaches on the E4. I'm going to put T for throw in parentheses. It scored Garcia from second, and it moved Angelica Sanchez, the courtesy runner for Jackson, over to third. So, and on the throw, Valenzuela also moved over to second. So runners at second and third with no outs. And that's going to miss for ball number 1. Count is evened up 1-1 for Ralston, the catcher for Hobbs. On Ralston, first plate appearance, number 13, Addison Ralston. Runners at second and third. One is across. Hobbs is leading this one 1-0. Beautiful, and a fly ball hit out to right field, but coming up under is Gutierrez. However, oh no, it's not going to be enough. I don't know. I think there would have been time had she just tagged up and immediately gone, but you don't want to say, coulda, woulda, shoulda. Anthony Boyle is a capable coach, and he made the call. Holder, since there are no outs, he would like to get these two base runners across the plate if he can. So unfortunately, instead of being a sac fly RBI, Ralston just gives a ride and flies out to the right fielder, position 9 in the books for out number 1. Runners stay put, second and third, and Mariah Jimenez, your batter. That's going to be too high and outside for ball number 1. So 1 out, runners at second and third, a 1-0 count on number 3, Mariah Jimenez, center fielder for Hobbs. She played a very nice game against Artesia. The night sharply hit to the and an error as really the ball, the glove needs to be turned over and slipped. That was Aramijo headed for it, thought she was going to make the stop, grabbed it, kind of turned her glove instead of scooping it, turned it over the other way, and about that time she also looked like she hit a slick spot and just kind of went down, and I have to write it as an error. So an E6 puts Jimenez on, and that scored a run. There's a high fly ball into deep left field, catching it and throwing it in. Missed the cutoff at shortstop, but Sanchez in the circle catches it. So since it was to left field, it does not move the runner around, but it does get Abby Zambrano on with a, so just runners at first and second. So 2 outs. 2 outs with that fly out to position 7. So 2 outs, but runners at first and second. That's Valenzuela at second and Jimenez at first. Both of them reaching on errors. And we go back to the top of the lineup now. Sol Rangel struck out her first time up, looking for a little redemption, but she is going to strike out again here. Third, the ball was dropped, but thrown down. So she's just, she'll fix it. She's a leadoff hitter for a reason, and she'll, for some reason, have a little trouble with Sanchez. And third out, strikeout, and I believe that is the second strikeout for Sanchez. Hobbs was able to get a run across. 2 runs across as Garcia scored, and the Angelica Sanchez, who was running for the pitcher, Sanaya Jackson, was able to score as well. So 2 runs crossed the plate. They were able to do that on just 1 hit. The others were errors. There were 2 errors committed, and there were 2 left on base. So Hobbs with a 2-0 lead going into the top of the 3rd inning. And we'll come back and have more Hobbs Lady Eagle softball on the way.
Did you know LECO offers fiber internet to your home and business? LECO is the only local fiber internet company. This means a personal touch for local customers. Keep your internet with a local company. You won't be disappointed. LECO, keeping you connected and in control since 1954. LECO, the only local fiber internet company. Call 370-5010. Keep your internet with a local company. You won't be disappointed. Call 370-5010. LECO, keeping you connected and in control since 1954.
And welcome back to Hobbs Lady Eagle softball, top of the 3rd inning. And in that bottom of the 2nd, Hobbs plated 2 runs on 1 hit. There were 2 errors, 2 left on base. Your final batter was Sol Rangel. We'll pick up with 2, 3, 4 when Hobbs comes back up to the plate. We go to 7, 8, 9, bottom of the order for Roswell High. And we start off with number 7, Gutierrez. Let me check I couldn't read the coach's writing on that, but I've got I have the rosters here. And that's Aylin Gutierrez. Or it could be Aylin Gutierrez. Maybe Aylin, I think is how she pronounces it. So we'll do that. Aylin Gutierrez. Fouling off some pitches with an 0-2 count on her, having to protect the plate. As top of the third, no outs. 2 strikes, 0-2 count. Gutierrez at the plate. Villa on deck, Fuentes in a hole. Jackson in the circle for Hobbs. Beautiful pitch, lovely. And a swing and a miss. A weak swing and late for strikeout number, let's see, is that 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, strikeout number 6, it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yes. 5 of the 6 outs that Hobbs has recorded thus far in this game have been strikeouts. The other out was a fly out to right field. And Maritza Villa, the center fielder, up to the plate. Where's jersey number 6? Ooh, good pitch. It probably would have been a call strike. Fouled off out of play off to the right. Strike number 2. So 0-2 count, 1 out. Nobody on. Fuentes is on deck, then back up to the top of the lineup to Lucero if they get that far. And they will. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. They may not get that far because this is Villa and Fuentes. So, yes, Hobbs would like to end it with batter number 9. Get 3 up, 3 down again if they can. Swing and a miss. Swung a little under and a little late. And that was a bit of a changeup, though. Jackson took a bit off of that. So, strikeout number 7. Jackson having a very good game thus far. Of course, she's seeing batters up. There's a swing and a foul back to the screen for strike 1. Villa on her way by told Fuentes something, probably about the pitch or the pitches or Jackson, trying to give her a little bit of a heads up since it's the first plate appearance for Fuentes. A little too outside, a little low and outside for ball 1. Not bad. Jackson has some strikes to give, or some balls to give, rather. And nibbling around the edges, seeing if she'll chase. Swing, caught a piece of it. And I think that hit, may have hit Ralston's chest protector, or may have hit the umps as well. Just a foul tip. Strike number 2, 1-2 count. I think it's interesting. Ralston going out there to talk with Jackson a little bit. Not quite sure what that's about. Something that Ralston may have seen, or it may be something the ump also mentioned. Ralston's giving Jackson a heads up about. Nice pitch, but protecting the plate, getting a piece of it. Fuentes, tough at the plate. Fighting off some pitches. 2 outs, nobody on. A 2-0 lead for Hobbs here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Swing and a miss under it. Beautiful. Strikeout number 8. 3 up, 3 down again. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Hobbs girls coming up to the plate, trying to add to their 2-0 lead. We'll have more Lady Eagles softball coming up.
The Coffee House offers a revitalizing menu of coffee, tea, and specialty drinks, just the way you like it. Enjoy your favorite drink with a whole latte love at the Coffee House. The Coffee House, another proud supporter of all Lee County athletics. Coffee House is locally owned and operated and is dedicated to fostering a sense of community in Lee County and in the surrounding areas. The Coffee House, 1103 North Grimes.
Congratulations, students and student athletes of Lee County. R360 congratulates all Jow, Eunice, Hobbs, Lovington, Tatum, and the surrounding high schools, and wishes the best of luck to our student athletes competing this week in state playoffs. Right now is more important than ever to recognize positive achievements in our communities. Join R360 in saluting our amazing Lee County students. This community message is brought to you by R360.
And welcome back to Hobbs Lady Eagles softball. on Hobbs Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Eagle 100.5 Facebook. I'm Dawn Morgan.
Now batting the right fielder, number 2.
Flying solo tonight. So many of our teams are busy tonight, and we have everybody dispatched to do softball, baseball, lots of coverage, lots of games. You can see all of that listed for you at HobbsAmerica.com. There's a shallow hit, a pop fly. It's going to fall in. Nobody could get to it. Too shallow for Villa to be able to run up and get it, and a little too far back for either the short Aramijo or second baseman Fuentes to be able to drift over and catch. So nice little Texas leaguer by Mariah Zombrano, the right fielder, puts her on. So a little single. And that's going to first pitch in to Fuentes is going to be a ball. So 1-0 count. Here we are. Bottom of the third inning. Nobody out. 1-0 count. There's a changeup again, and this time it does. Sanchez at least gets it in the neighborhood of a strike. It hangs up in her hand just a little bit. That one, Fuentes did not offer. So it just becomes ball number 2. 2-0 count. Comes back with a fast ball, trying to hit the outside corner, misses just. So 3-0 the count now. Sanchez pressures on her, find the zone. Got to feel like Fuentes, take sign may be on. Fuentes, the number 3 hitter for Hobbs, she may have the green light if she can lace into something, but she can't. That would be a golf shot, so she lets that one go, takes a walk, moves Zambrano to second, runners at first and second now with nobody out. No outs, 2 on. This is a way that Hobbs would like to start this at-bat.
Now batting the first baseman, number 9, Ellie Garcia.
Number 9, Ellie Garcia, playing first for Hobbs, hit a double and scored her first time up. This one, a softer pitch by Sanchez. It wasn't that very slow changeup. She just took a little speed off of it. Off-speed pitch, Garcia tries to wait on it. Hits underneath the ball and spins it back out of play for strike 1. 0-1 count. No outs, runners on first and second. Hobbs up 2-0. There's a high pop fly, and the catcher's going to call for it and have to really drift it. It was way up there. It took a while for that to come down, but Ornelas threw off her mask and catches that one. So a foul pop to position 2, the catcher, for out number 1, and the runners stay put. So 1 out, runners on first and second. Number 10, Sanaya Jackson, the pitcher, up to the plate. She was hit by a pitch, and her substitute runner, a courtesy runner, scored. There's a chopper back to the circle. Sanchez is going to pick it up and fire to first, and then airmail one to third, and that's going to allow a runner to get in and another runner to make it third. So it was a nice play at first. It was a good play there. Sanchez over to Lucero for the second out. 1-3 in the book for the second out, but then there was an error on the throw as Lucero sailing it over to Quezada and over her head. And so that scores 1 on the E, throwing error, E3. Again, T in parentheses, so I'll know it's a throwing error. And it moved Fuentes all the way over to third. And that ball is just a lazy throw back, gets out of the hand of Sanchez and Coach Boyle and Fuentes with, sharp eye, deciding they're just going to go ahead and steal home, basically. Sharply hit ball over to Aramijo. She knocks it down and then makes a nice throw over to Lucero. Credit where credit's due. That was a hard hit ball, and that Aramijo doing a nice job there. In the books, it goes 6-3 on Valenzuela. The first pitch that she hit, sharply done, but it was a good play for the third out. Not before Hobbs is able to get 2 runs across and to increase their lead to 4-0. So 3 outs. We go to the top of the 4th inning, and we'll be back for more Hobbs Lady Eagles softball coming up.
Congratulations.
The Tatum Schools are a proud sponsor of this live broadcast. Tatum schools are very proud of every single student. With the dedication in the classroom and the dedication in your community, you've made all of Tatum and Lee County very proud.
Did you know
all
that
your
Lee
hard
County...
work is paying off, Coyotes. The entire staff, faculty, and administration wish you the best of luck. For more details about Tatum schools, please log on to tatumschools.org.
Oh, yes! Strike! Good times, baby! Definitely good, healthy fun with family and friends is what you get at Bel Air Bowl, the only place to bowl for nearly 100 miles around. You can grab a snack and bowl, play pool, or even video arcade. They're the perfect place for a birthday party. Bel Air Bowl has got you covered and can make it happen. Find them on Facebook or Google Bel Air Bowl. They are located behind the Bel Air Shopping Center. Where we roll at Bel Air Bowl.
And welcome in. So we have more Lady Eagles softball for you. Sorry, I went by the second Hobbs panel of commercials on the board here and went right into Tatum, but that's okay. We've got Roswell High up to bat first. Batter, top of the order, as they've all batted around now, and that was Lucero, number 4. And a put out on that. And a call strike on number 12, Jacqueline Quesada. So here we are, top of the 4th. 1 out. A 1-1 count. An 0-2 count now. 0-2. 0-2. Just heard the ump confirm that. Quesada at the plate and Ornelas on deck. Armijo in the hole. 1 out. Nobody on. Swing and a line drive foul just out of the first base ump's hands. This is a 2-ump crew today. Ump behind the plate and one who is over at first base. Behind first base. And just one coach in the box for Roswell High, and that's head coach Brewer. That's going to be a ball. 1-2 count. 1-2, 1 out. Nobody on. Quesada at the plate. That's going to miss high and outside. Gets away from Ralston, but no harm. Nobody on base. So simply evens the count at 2-2. Let's see, Quesada struck out her last time at the plate. This is her second plate appearance. Just kind of a check swing. And the ball, the bat sort of incidentally hit the ball there on the check swing. Fouled off. Having to protect the plate. I think she decided to kind of swing late and try to make contact. She did. A little change-up is going to end up being a pop. Coming in on it, having to run for it. Very nice work by Abby Zambrano at second base. As Abby's at a full run. As the wind, I think, had a little bit to do playing with that ball. It was a pop-up and spent a lot of time in the air. And that wind is swirling around. It's really hard to predict. So Zambrano did a nice job staying with that and making the catch. Pop out to position 4 for out number 2. And that's going to bring up number 5, Bella Ornelas, the catcher, to the plate. Struck out her first time up, second plate appearance. Swing and catches it ahead of it on the inside corner. Fouled it over toward the dugout, the Roswell dugout. 1-1 count, 2 outs, nobody on. Hobbs with the 3 up, 3 down, first, second, and third at bats for Roswell. Soft pitch comes in just a little low as Jackson took a little speed off that, thinking Ornelas might go for it. She flinched but did not offer. 2-1 count now, a swing and a miss on a fastball over the outside corner, a beautiful pitch. Nice one to come back with. Jackson shows such promise. She works the ball very well in pitches older than she is, but that'll just get even better with her age, her experience in the circle, as she learns to vary her pitches more and watch the batters, remember. And she's just she's going to be a force to be reckoned with, I think, even by next season possibly. It's already solid for Hobbs this year. All right, so three up, three down. In the top of the fourth inning, Roswell plates no runs on no hits, no errors, nobody left on. And we go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Hobbs leading 4-0. We'll be back with more Hobbs Lady Eagles softball coming up.
State Bank drive-up lanes are open late. Interactive tellers give you convenient extended drive-through hours Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Lee County State Bank ITMs feature a screen which connects you to a live teller inside the bank to assist you with your banking transactions. No need to rush to the bank with Lee County State Bank's extended ITM drive-through lanes conveniently located near you in Lovington, Hobbs, and Eunice. Lee County State Bank, member FDIC.
For all your grocery specials, shop Thriftway and La Tienda in Hobbs. The best deals in fresh produce, fresh meat, and vegetables, frozen and dairy, health and beauty, and so much more. With the friendliest and most knowledgeable staff, Thriftway and La Tienda. For all your grocery specials, come on down to La Tienda, 400 East Marland, and Thriftway, 1317 North Turner in Hobbs. Best of luck, Eagles, from all of your friends at Thriftway and La Tienda grocery stores.
Welcome back to Hobbs Lady Eagle Softball on Hobbs Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Eagle 100.5 Facebook. I'm Dawn Morgan. Hobbs Lady Eagles leading this one 4-0 here. Bottom of the fourth, the Lady Eagles coming up to the plate 7, 8, 9. Due in order, Ralston, Jimenez, Zambrano. Hobbs wants to try to increase their lead. They've been able to put on 2 runs in the second, 2 runs in the third. And here they are in the bottom of the fourth.
The catcher, number 13, Addison
Ralston behind the plate for the Lady Eagles flew out to the right fielder her last plate appearance. This is only her second plate appearance. Second time to see Sanchez. That is going to hit the outside corner. A good pitch. The ump has been pretty consistent about that. That outside corner has a little wiggle room. On a pitch with 2 strikes on you, you don't want to let that pitch go or anything that's even closer. And that is a little change-up, but it's going to fall in. Another little Texas leaguer, a shallow line drive. It was a change-up that Sanchez threw up there. Ralston waited on it, and she swatted and got a single out of that. A good job staying with that pitch and making contact and getting on. So Hobbs is in business. Ralston will have a courtesy runner for her. I'm not sure who that is. If she turns around, I'll see. I think that might be, I can't see the number. Might be 17. Is it 12? Is it Bella Ornelas? I can't tell. I'll have to try to catch their number on the back of the jersey if she turns around. But there is a courtesy runner, and I think that is either 12 or 17. I think it may be Bella Sigala, but we'll see. And that is low and inside, and Ornelas doing a nice job blocking that out. A pass ball, and that courtesy runner is, yes, it is Bella Sigala. And she would have been sitting on second had that gotten by Ornelas. That is going to be an out call, strike on the outside corner again. Batters beware that outside pitch. It has some flexibility with the ump, and you're just going to have to try to swing at it. And she shows bunt, lays a pretty one down. In fact, May beat it out. She does. Whoa, very nicely done. And exactly, I think they were willing to trade an out for moving the runner around there, but they didn't have to take the out because Jimenez laid down a very nice bunt down the first base line. Everybody came in for it, and Fuentes went over to cover first, but by that time, the speedy Jimenez was able to. It's a bunt single. There was no error on it. Bunt single, and that is going to be a call, strike on the outside corner. I think he would have called it anyway, but Ornelas did a nice job leaving her glove out there for him to decide, was it on the corner? So, call strike. There's a hit down the first base line. It's going to go foul. Strike number 2 on Abby Zambrano. Your second baseman already made a couple of good plays out there in the field. 0-2 count on her. She's looking for redemption. She had a fly out. She hit a long ball out to left field. This one, a softly hit ball picked up by Aramijo and tossed over to second base to get the lead to the middle runner. It does move the Ralston around. Is that Ralston's courtesy runner for her? Maybe Ralston. I think she does her own. Nope, it was the courtesy runner. I'm pretty sure. That was, Bella Segala? Okay, so you've got a runner on third. You got Jimenez, who had reached on the bunt single. She got thrown out at second for the first out, 6-4. And Zambrano reached on the fielder's choice. So runners at first and third for Hobbs. And top of the order now for Hobbs again. Sol Rangel, her third plate appearance, looking for some redemption. And she's a leadoff hitter and usually a real good eye. And gets on base most of the time. Good on base percentage. Reason why she's a leadoff batter, she's just struggling a little with Sanchez today. Couple of strikeouts, 0 for 2. So she is due. 1 out. Runners at first and third. Shows bunt and lays a very nice one down. Of course, that is going to score a run. And actually, they call her safe at first too. She beat it out, and I think the coach is going to appeal and say that something about the bunt that maybe I don't know, something about the motion of the bunt, or was it a legal bunt or not? And so coach is going to appeal that, and the home plate ump is going to confer. The other ump had moved around from behind first to out there between short and third. So the appeal is they're going to discuss the appeal on that. I think she may have thought that the ball hit her. Then when she squared the bunt around, that the ball may have hit her hand. And if that's the case, it can be called a dead ball. If she leaves the box, she can be called out. But the ump, I think he's gonna call. Oh boy, this can get very confusing because he may have called. They're gonna bring her back. Okay, they're gonna bring her back, and they're gonna say, all right, so it becomes a strike, I believe. Yeah. Yes. There is no out involved. They simply come back. And Rangel, I believe, will have a strike on her, a strike called on that, I do believe. So we'll have, 2-0 or an 0-2. 0-2 or 2-0? We'll see if he indicates it. The other ump indicated, but that he was, 0-2. And just like that, doesn't matter what happened before. There was a well-hit ball, a sharply hit ball, as Rangel says, you know what, I'm not going to mess around here. I'm just going to hit a nice hot grounder between short and third and have an RBI single. And just don't worry about all this, right? So she sits on first with an RBI single.
Now batting the right fielder, number 2.
And that scored 1. And moved. Oh, and there's a snap throw down to second, and the ball gets loose. Actually hits Abby Zambrano out there, I think. She's on second. And Rangel on first after the RBI single. So Hobbs is up 5-0 in this one. And still just 1 out. And that hits the inside corner. Yes, it does. As Mariah Zambrano moved back on that. But that ball was showing movement. She thought it was going to go ahead and come inside, but it wiggled back across the inside corner for a strike. 1-1 count. And that misses way inside. Now, I tell you, Ornelas has been doing a good job behind the plate. It's another one that would have been a pass ball. Would have been a wild pitch, actually. It would have gotten by her. And instead, it becomes a ball. 2-1 is your count on her, but it didn't get by her. There's a changeup. It's going to miss the outside corner, and Zambrano leaned on it, but she did not swing. So a 3-1 count. Not a bad time to throw a changeup by Sanchez. Just didn't take the bait. That is a call strike on the outside corner. Comes back with a nice one. A mid-speed, was not a blazing fastball, mid-speed pitch, but it hit the outside corner and runs the count full now. So 1 out, 2 on. Full count, swing, and a sharply hit ball goes foul down the third base line. Count remains full on Zambrano. She hit a single and scored her last time up. She had a single and then moved around on an error, ended up scoring. She hit a single and was thrown out at second base her first time up. She's 2 for 2 in terms of hitting. So looking good for the Lady Eagles here in this game. And took a little speed off that. The ump said, nope, 2 inside, and he definitely gave her a base on balls. That's a little dangerous. You don't want to start running toward first until you know the ump has said that it's a ball, but loads the bases. Loads the bases with just 1 out. And Jackie Fuentes, your shortstop, up to the plate for Hobbs. She walked and scored her last time up. She hit into a double play her first time up. So she's over and due with bases loaded, 1 out. Hobbs has a golden opportunity to put more runs across here, and that misses high and inside. I think it was probably over the corner, but it was a little high. Fuentes lets it go. 1-0 count, 1 out. Bases loaded, 5-0. Hobbs leading right now. Beautiful pitch and just as well hit straight up the middle, a hot grounder. Orvilla gets it. Whoa, heck of an arm. Wow, look at that throw. That was nice. It was a good throw and on target. Ornelas didn't even move at the plate. Very nicely hit ball. Scores 1. It could have scored more had it not been played so well by Villa and Ornelas there. Really nice throw. Hobbs brings another one in, though. And bases stay loaded. So Fuentes with the RBI single. Moved everybody around and brings up number 9, Ali Garcia, your first baseman, to the plate. She hit a foul pop. She foul popped out to the catcher last time up, hit a double, and scored her first time up. She's 1 for 2. 1-1 count on her now with 1 out, bases loaded. Hobbs would like to do some more damage and add to their lead. They're up 6-0 here. Beautiful pitch. A high pop fly coming out under it from right field. Gutierrez brings it in and then makes another nice throw to home plate to hold the runners right where they are. So credit where credit's due. Little high pop fly. Garcia trying to do her job, hitting to the opposite field. Just couldn't get it high enough and far enough to bring a runner in. Not enough hang time, and a good job by Gutierrez out there. And then a good throw in home. So Garcia gave it a try and a ride. But a fly out to position 9 for the second out in the books. And now bases are loaded, but 2 outs. Hobbs still could do some damage here, and they'd like to bring some more runs across. Number 10, Sanaya Jackson, your pitcher, to the plate. She grounded out her last time up. Hit by pitch and scored her first time up. Well, her courtesy runner scored. So 2 balls, no strikes to Jackson, left-handed batter, batting in the number 5 slot for Hobbs. She had an over-the-wall homer in that game against Artesia. Did a nice job. Hit it out of the park. Hobbs had either 2 or 3 homers in that home runs in that game. I think 3. I think 2 were a couple of solo shots, or I can't remember. I'll have to look back at my book. 3-0 count. Hobbs led Artesia until the bottom of the 7th inning and lost it in the bottom of the 7th. Beautiful pitch. Found the zone when she had to. Right over the plate and right at the knees. So on a 3-0 count. Take sign was on. Now 3-1. Swing and a miss, as that was a sizzler over the inside corner. Jackson golfing it just a little bit, realizing that it was coming in, probably going to be a call strike. Count full, 2 outs, bases loaded. Chance to bring in more. Swing and a nice, oh, that's a line drive shot. Doing a nice job and robbing Jackson of not only a hit, but probably an RBI. Signs out there on that line drive. Had to kind of play the wind on that again. So Jackson gave it a try. I thought she had a hit there and an RBI, but she got robbed, and instead, third out. Fly out, position 7 in the book, but not before Hobbs was able to put 2 runs across. So 2 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4 on 4 hits. 2 runs on 4 hits. Let's see. No errors committed in that at bat. And, oh, ouch, I hate to write down. Bases loaded, 3 left on. Oof, but your score, 6-0. And we go to the top of the 5th inning. Roswell High coming up to the plate. We'll be back with more Lady Eagle softball on the way.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
And welcome back to Hobbs Lady Eagles softball. I'm Dawn Morgan. Happy to be with you, flying solo here for a doubleheader, Hobbs versus Roswell High. The district season opener for both teams, and top of the 5th inning. Hobbs in the lead, 6-0. And did she break the plane? Nope. The ump down the first base line said she did not. So that is ball number 1 on Aubrey Aramijo. It is 4, 5, and 6 in your lineup. Number 2, Aramijo, with a 2-0 count. With Jackson in the circle, your starting pitcher for Hobbs. Ralston behind the plate. Ooh, that didn't miss by much. Nice action, nice breaking ball. Just missed the inside corner. 3-0 count. Now Jackson's got to put the strike over. We'll see if Aramijo has a take sign, and that's going to miss. Just a little low and outside. Ump gave it a good look and said nope. So that's the first walk issued by Jackson. It puts Aramijo on the potential shutout spoiler there. There's a foul pop that's going to move out of play before anybody can chase it down. Good hustle by Zambrano in right field, Zambrano at shortstop or at second base, and Garcia at first. Nobody can get it in time. Just becomes strike 1. There's a little blooper. Could be trouble. Scooped up and thrown. Oh, are they going to catch her off base? Let's look and see what the ump thinks. He says no. She scrambled back in time. I think that's probably the right call. So that was, that took a while to develop. Abby Zambrano having to come in and make that play. 4-3 in the books. Nice work by Garcia to go ahead and hang on to that ball. So 1 out. It does move the runner, though. So in scoring position, that is Aramijo. Reached on a walk. Moved over on a little sack. Infield. Ooh, swing and a miss. Nice pitch with heat on it on the outside corner. Jackson quickly ahead of the batter. 0-2 count on signs. Your left fielder struck out her last time up and struck out this time. So Jackson blew one by her for out number 2. 2 outs, nobody on. 1 runner on second. That's over the plate, but too low for ball number 1. That's number 7, Eileen Gutierrez, right fielder, up to the bat, up to the plate. She struck out her last time up. Second plate appearance here. Ooh, that misses just, I think it was just a hair outside and a little bit low. So 2-0 is your count on Gutierrez. Nice pitch, but it's just a little up high. I think it hit the outside corner. But 3-0. Ralston sure wanted it to be a strike. She framed that for Ump, looked back at him, but he said 3-0. Beautiful pitch right there. Yep, as Jackson paints the outside corner, and the take sign was on for Gutierrez. 3-1 count, 2 outs, a runner on second. 6-0 is your score. Hobbs in command of this one. Yeah, oh, no. Whoa. That's right over the plate. I thought it was right at the letters. The ump said, no, take your base. Second walk issued by Jackson. Whew. Didn't miss by much. So 2 on, but 2 outs. Hobbs just needs to work on the third out. They've got some runs to give. They're in the lead by 6. It's the top of the 5th. Roswell High running out of time. Swing and a miss. Nice pitch by Jackson. A little rising action on that fastball. 0-2 count on Villa. Beautiful. Oh, and swing and just caught the end of it. The end of her bat on a late swing. Fouled it off to stay alive. So Villa with an 0-2 count. 2 outs, a runner on second, 0-2 count. A little hit back to the circle. Jackson picks it up, tosses it to Garcia. 1-3 in the books for out number 3, and Roswell threatens. They put a runner on, but they can't bring her around. So no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. 6-0 your score. Bottom of the 5th inning coming up. Lady Eagles to bat. We'll be back with more Hobbs and Lady Eagles softball on the way.
Just call us if it's a ride you like. We'll take you there and bring you back.
Hobbs Express provides bus service throughout Hobbs. The bus system operates Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., Saturdays, 7 to 4. Hobbs Express has an immediate opening for a CDL bus driver, offering great pay and benefits. Apply online at hobbsnm.org or call 397-9230 for more information. When you need transportation anywhere around Hobbs, think of Hobbs Express. Hobbs Express, 397-9290.
NMJC, success through learning. My future's looking brighter. My life's an open door. New Mexico Junior College gave me the chance I was looking for. Affordable education designed to fit my needs. Now every day is filled with opportunity. NMJC, success through learning. NMJC.
At nmjc.edu.
And welcome back to Hobbs Lady Eagles softball as they're coming up to plate in the bottom of the 5th inning. In the top of the 5th, Roswell had no runs on no hits, no errors, 1 left on. Or actually, yes. So here we are in the bottom of the 5th. No outs, nobody on. Leadoff hitter is Marina Valenzuela. Leadoff batter, it remains to see if she will be a leadoff hitter. She certainly has the power. She has the capability. She's batting in the number 6 slot, plays third base, wears jersey 14, grounded out to the shortstop her last time up with a well-hit, sharply hit ball, played well, and reached on an error her first time up. So she's 0 for and due, and a 2-1 count on her as Sanchez in the circle for Roswell. Varying her speeds. She has a couple of different changeups. One is an off-speed pitch. The other is a ball that looks like a watermelon. That's going to go foul, and it's played out anyway, but it is a foul ball, I believe. Did they call it fair? No, I think it was foul. It was. It looked foul to me. Yes, they do. It just threw me off because Ralston came up to the plate. She was just handing Valenzuela her bat back. So 2-2 count. 2-2. Swing and a high fly ball coming under it is Gutierrez in right field. Will she grab it? Yes, she makes the grab. But Valenzuela gave it a ride. Gutierrez makes the catch out in right field for out number 1. Has to play the wind on that one, kind of stay with it. That wind is really wreaking havoc with anything that's up in the air at all. These fielders are having to do yeoman's work keeping up with that ball on both sides. So 1 out. And Addison Ralston, the catcher, to the plate. Swings and foul ball down the first base line. 0-1 count. 1 out, nobody on. Hobbs leading 6-0 in this one. They've got a shutout going with this and 2 more at-bats if they need it. Foul tip back to the screen. Ralston hit a single and scored her last time up. Had a fly out to the right fielder first time up. She's 1 for 2. Third plate appearance here, looking to get something started for Hobbs. They'd like to add to their 6-0 lead against Roswell High here. Swing and a miss. A little riser, medium speed riser, and Ralston cuts a little bit under it. Strikeout for out number 2. That brings up number 3, Mariah Jimenez, your center fielder for Hobbs, to the plate. She hit a bunt single, a really nice bunt single her last time up, and then got thrown out at second. She reached on an error and got stranded her first time up, so she's 1 for 2. 2 outs, nobody on. First pitch, a ball. High fly, a little pop, it's foul. Calling for it is the first baseman, Lucero. She says she's got it, and yes, she does. She catches it right near the screen. So foul pop out by Jimenez for out number 3. Some good fielding by Roswell High there, robbing Hobbs of being able to add more to their score, but they still have a 6-0 lead, and we'll be back with the top of the 6th inning. Roswell coming to the bat, and we'll be having more Hobbs Lady Eagles softball on the way on Hobbs Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Eagle 100.5 Facebook.
Just call us.
Tire is celebrating 80 years in business. There's always another task to tackle, but making your to-do list disappear generates a ton of wear and tear on your tires. Do more for more miles with the Michelin Defender LTX MS tire. Whether it's hauling your boat up to the lake or driving through the job site, Michelin designed a tire that's tough enough for anything. Stop in today for the Michelin Defender LTX MS tire and get back to task mastering. Forest Tire, keeping you rolling since 1944.
And welcome back to Hobbs Lady Eagles softball. 3 up, 3 down in the bottom of the 5th inning. Hobbs has no runs on no hits, no errors, nobody left on. They are kept scoreless in that at bat. Hobbs scored 2 in the second, 2 in the third, 2 in the fourth, and none in that last at bat in the bottom of the 5th. So 6-0 is your score, and top of the 6th with the bottom of the order, it's 9-1-2 due up. Number 11, Aslan Fuentes, your second baseman, coming up to the plate first here in the top of the 6th inning. First pitch is a call, strike 1 on the outside corner. Swing and a miss. Again, Jackson bringing a little more heat on that. Hits the outside corner. She has 9 strikeouts, 2 walks so far in this game. 0-2 count. After Fuentes, it's back to the top of the order. Lucero, Quesada, Ornelas, if they get that far. A high fly ball, and who's calling for it? First baseman, Garcia calls for it. Ends up catching it right between home plate and the circle. Has to come in on it. Everybody had their eye on it, but Garcia called everybody off and made a nice play. So a pop fly to position 3 in the books for out number 1. And that brings up top of the order, Lucero to the plate, Quesada on deck. Lucero. And she swings at the first pitch she sees, fouls it off toward the Hobbs dugout for strike 1. Lucero grounded out her last time up, hit a fly to right field her first time up. She's 0 for 2, third plate appearance, playing first base. Swing, and now this one's going to be fouled off out of play to the left for strike number 2. Lucero batting from the left. Oh, 2 count, 1 out, nobody on. Ooh, and that just misses the outside corner. A nice pitch for Jackson to throw with an 0-2 count. She has some balls to give. She can afford to nibble around the plate, see see if Lucero will chase. And I think they're looking for asking for the balls to be returned. A 1-2 count on Lucero. Quesada on deck, Ornelas in the hole. Swing, and a fly ball could be trouble. It is going to drop in for a base hit as a little Texas leaguer got hung up by the wind. And just it was a nice hit for Lucero. But Hobbs it was not playable, was not fieldable, just fell in shallow, just behind second base, shallow right field between right and center. Bringing the heat, and a nice little breaking ball over the outside corner for call strike 1 on Quesada. So 1 out, 1 on. A single by Quesada, or actually a single by Lucero. And Quesada now with 2 strikes on her, 0-2 count. Fouled that one out of play off to the right. So 1 out, 1 on. 0-2 count. Swing and a high fly ball. Is it going to land? Nope, it's going to go foul. Giving it chase was Mariah Zambrano. That one was a hard one to track as well, and it was foul by about a foot down the right field line. Count remains 0-2, so she's protecting the plate. Popped out her last time up, struck out her first time. She's 0 for 2. And a swing and a miss. Beautiful, beautiful ball. Nice breaking ball over the outside corner, and a good sizzle in the little pop in the glove. Good sizzle on that. Strikeout number 10 for Jackson. And number 5, Bella Ornelas, your catcher, to the plate. Swings at the first pitch she sees, fouls it off for strike 1. 0-1 count. Let's see, Ornelas grounded out her first time up, or her second time up, struck out her first time up. She's over. Ooh, and there's a high fly ball. It could be out of the yard. No, coming over to make the grab. Wow. Jimenez. And Jimenez had to call off. It was almost a collision out there. Rangel came over from left field. Jimenez traveling to her right, making a very nice grab. Had to really play the wind on that ball. Ornelas gave it a ride. I thought and without the wind, it might have left the yard. But as it was, a nice fly out. Good out by center fielder Jimenez for Hobbs. 3 up, 3 down. And Ornelas gave it a ride and a good try. But in the end, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Hobbs leading 6-0. We'll be back with more Hobbs Lady Eagle softball. An enjoyable game. Hobbs is in the lead. Roswell trying to catch up. We'll be back.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jow, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
Welcome back to Hobbs Lady Eagles softball. I'm Dawn Morgan flying solo tonight. We have a lot of baseball and softball action across Lee County. If you want to check on those games, see who's playing, and watch some of those, like to keep you here, absolutely. But we do have a lot of other games, and that's why I don't think there's anybody. There may be one crew working more than one person tonight. First pitch that Rangel sees, she hits and pops it up. It is Fuentes at second who fields that. Makes the grab and hangs on to it. So Rangel with 1 pitch, 1 out. Fly to position 4 in the book. Rangel had an RBI single her last time up. Had a nicely hit ball out to left field.
The left fielder, number 11, Sol Rangel.
Oh, wait a minute. That was Abby Zambrano. Sorry about that. That's right. It was 9-1-2. And I've got it right here in the book. I simply went to the top of the order right away. So that fly out was by Abby Zambrano, your second baseman. Fly out to position 4 for out number 1. And Sol Rangel, leadoff hitter, is going to get on base. And a ball just misjudged by Gutierrez out there in right field. And the wind is just really creating some havoc. Gutierrez comes in on it and then just can't make the grab. It falls right in front of her. So she didn't get a glove on the ball. There is no error. Rangel has a single, her second single in a row, and takes first base. So 1 out and 1 on for Hobbs. Number 2, Mariah Zambrano. Up to the plate. So let's see. She reached on a walk, got stranded her last time up, singled and scored, and singled and got thrown out. So she is 1 for 1, or 1 for 2 rather. Walk does not count as a plate appearance, at least not in the stats. 1-1 count. That misses inside for ball 2. So 1 out, 1 on. Hobbs leading 6-0 against Roswell High. First of a doubleheader, a district doubleheader here. And that's going to miss high and outside for ball 2, or ball 3 rather. Yes, ball 3. 3-1. 3-1 count, 1 out, a runner on first. Swing and foul back. Out of play, and now full count on Zambrano. Number 2, playing right field for Hobbs. Already done some nice work out in the field. Swing and a pop foul as Ornelas throws off her mask, but no chance to get that. It's out of play. In fact, I think it hit the top of the booth hip here. Hit something. So still and that misses low and inside for ball 4. Zambrano takes the walk. Rangel moves to second, and Jackie Fuentes, a shortstop, up to the plate for Hobbs. She had an RBI single and got stranded her last time up. She walked and scored and got thrown out as part of a double play her first time up. This is her 4th plate appearance. That misses high and outside for ball 1. So Sanchez floats one over. Fuentes does not chase. 1 out, runners at first and second. 1-0 count. Garcia on deck, Jackson in the hole for Hobbs. Swing and a foul out of play off to the right again for strike 1. 1-1 count, 1 out. Runners on first and second. Bottom of the 6th inning here. If Hobbs hangs on, they're going to score their first district win. But we have a little more softball to play. I don't want to jinx anything by jumping ahead too much. First of a doubleheader here, and the air is starting to get a little cool. I'm going to have to pick up my jacket and put it on. I'm covering up splinters on this chair. This chair is very splintered. And I decided to go for a splinter-free derriere this evening, but I may have to choose to stay warm when the wind keeps up. There's a nicely hit ball. Is gonna go. It goes foul, tails off, ending up going foul down the right field line. Becomes a long strike for Fuentes. 1-2 the count now. Oh, 2 out, or 1 out rather. Bases are occupied at first and second. 1-2 count. That's going to miss high and outside for ball number 2. Fuentes gives it a careful look. Does not flinch. 2-2. is the count. Garcia on deck, Jackson in the hole for Hobbs. They'd like to keep the line moving and maybe just score some more runs here. And that little changeup hits the turf before it gets to the plate. So that's going to run the count full, 3-2. Sometimes when you're trying off-speed pitch, just your mechanics just aren't there. That's going to miss outside, low and outside for ball 4. And that's going to load the bases. So 2 back-to-back walks, that is. Let's look at the walks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just 4 walks, but 2 of them now back-to-back by Sanchez in the circle, and Coach wants to talk about things. She's taking a little timeout, so we'll probably go ahead and just take a timeout with them.
Here's some good news. Master Plumbers is thanking their customers. Right now, you can have your drain cleared for $39. $39, and you pick the drain. You better hurry. This drain clearing promotion won't last long. Plus, free camera inspection. Drain clogged? No problem. Call the Master. 397-9385. Reminder, Master Plumbers will meet or beat any competitor's plumbing price.
Master Plumbers. Call the Master.
And welcome back to Hobbs Lady Eagle softball. Oh, there's a high fly ball. It's going to go foul. Unfortunately, no. Oh, are they going to call it fair? They're going to say that's it. That's a walk-off win. That's a walk-off win, as they say it was fair as it left the yard, and it is a grand slam home run, and it makes the score. I believe it makes the score 10-0, and that's it. It's a 10-0. Because that's a run rule, 10-run rule after 5, and Hobbs has done it. A little walk-off win here at the bottom of the 6th, 10-0, and they have done it on the grand slam home run by Ali Garcia on the first pitch. He saw grand slam homer, puts an early end to the first game, as that put the score from 6-0. And I was just about to say the potential winning run is at the plate, because that would have been 10 runs. And before I could get that out, first pitch comes in and Garcia sails it over the left field fence. And I think it crossed it. It sailed over in fair territory and was a beautiful grand slam home run for Ali Garcia. Nice one. So 10-0, a shutout. Run rule, 10-0 shutout gives Hobbs their first district win, and we'll take about a 20 to 30 minute break between games and come back with a nightcap. The air is starting to get cool. The wind is still blowing, and, well, we will have more Hobbs Lady Eagles softball coming up. Congratulations to Coach Boyle and the Lady Eagles on that win, but they've got to play another one. And that game will come up here in just about half an hour or less. So 10-0. Let me catch that score bug up for you. 10-0, bottom of the 6th. They do it. Lady Eagles do it with 1 out. And we'll go ahead and take that break. I'm Dawn Morgan. We'll be back with more Hobbs Lady Eagles softball on Hobbs Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Eagle 100.5 Facebook. And welcome back to Hobbs Lady Eagles Softball on Hobbs 422, HobbsAmerica.com, and Eagle 100.5 Facebook page. There's a leadoff line drive to right field by Lillian Lucero, the designated player in this game. Top of the lineup for Roswell, the visiting Lady Coyotes of Roswell. A line drive shot out to position 9. For out number 1, Jaden Quezada, the third baseman up, wearing jersey number 12, second batter in the lineup for Roswell High. And the first pitch is in, and it is a strike. I've got to get back to my, and that is going to be a fair ball. Probably should have been left alone, but it ends up being an out. Very nicely done as Valenzuela turned what looked like, ooh, an oopsie, you should let that go, into a really nice 5-3 in the books for out number 2. Beautifully played. She stayed with it, caught it, it bounced fair past the bag. She caught it back of her hand, then had to make a cross-body throw all the way over to first base, and a nice job by Garcia hanging on to it. 5-3 in the books for out number 2. Very well played. And then number 5, Bella Ornelas, the catcher, steps up, hits at the first ball she sees. It's a long one, but it's foul for strike 1. 0-1 count on Bella Ornelas. And that is inside for ball number 1. 1-1 the count. That is Marissa Sigala in the circle for Hobbs. Ralston behind the plate. That's your battery. Garcia at first. Zambrano Abbey at second. Fuentes at short, Valenzuela at third, and that's a line drive shot laced out into left field. That is Rangel. Makes a stop, and the throw into second base. Going to hold Ornelas to first. She's got a single, though, for Roswell. And with 2 outs, a runner on first, and that brings up the 4th player in the lineup. I'm still getting my book done. Sorry about that. Aubrey Aramijo, number 2, Aubrey Aramijo. Your shortstop, batting in the 4th or cleanup spot. Batting 5th will be 14, Avril Sanchez. And I know I've got to get back and get my score bug reset for this second game. 9 Avea signs. And there's going to be a foul ball out of play, giving chase over there. Rangel runs out of room, though, so it just becomes a long strike. So a 1-2 count now on Avril Aramijo. 2 outs, a runner on first. And Avril Sanchez up next. Nevea signs, if they get that far. There's a grounder headed for Fuentes. She makes the stop, a nice throw, fires it over Garcia. 6-3 in the books. For out number 3, 4 up, 3 down. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. So scoreless in the top of the first, and we'll go to the bottom of the first with the Hobbs Lady Eagles coming up to the plate. And it is game number 2 here for Hobbs. And they won the first one 10-0 on a grand slam walk-off in the bottom of the 6th inning. That by Ali Garcia. And in that game, by the way, Roswell had no runs on 1 hit. They committed 3 errors. They left 2 on base. In that game, that first win, 10-0 shutout for Hobbs, they had 9 hits, 10 runs on 9 hits, committed no errors. They left 5 on base. Your winning pitcher, Sanaya Jackson, had 10 strikeouts, 2 walks, got the win. Your losing pitcher was Sanchez. She had 3 strikeouts, 4 walks. Actually did a fairly solid job in the circle for Roswell. And Hobbs leading 6-0 going into the bottom of the 6th. And then that grand slam home run by Ali Garcia put the lid on it for Hobbs. They go up to 9-6 on this season with that win. Actually, they go up to 10-6 on that season with the win. They came in 9-6. Roswell drops to 4-12, 0-1 in district, 1-0 for Hobbs heading into this second of the district doubleheader. We'll be back with more Hobbs Lady Eagle softball coming up.
Students and student athletes of Lee County, R360 congratulates all Jal, Eunice, Hobbs, Lovington, Tatum, and the surrounding high schools, and wishes the best of luck to our student athletes competing this week in state playoffs. Right now is more important than ever to recognize positive achievements in our communities. Join R360 in saluting our amazing Lee County students. This community message is brought to you by R360.
And welcome back to Hobbs Lady Eagles softball. In the bottom of the first inning, Hobbs coming up to the plate. Leading off is number 11, Saul Rangel, your left fielder. Batting second is number 2, Mariah Zambrano, your right fielder. Batting third is number 5, Jackie Fuentes, your shortstop. Batting fourth is number 9, Ali Garcia, your first baseman. Batting fifth will be number 10, Sanaya Jackson, your designated player in this game. She got the win in the circle as the pitcher in the first game. Batting sixth will be number 14, Marina Valenzuela, your third baseman. Batting seventh will be number 13, Addison Ralston, your catcher. Batting eighth will be number 3, Mariah Jimenez, your center fielder. Batting ninth, number 4, Abby Zambrano, your second baseman. And number 18, Carissa Sigala, is your flex player. She's not batting, she's pitching this game. Your bench or your reserve players are number 7, Anaya Rodriguez. Number 17 is Cadence Nevares. Number 8 is Andy Arnold. 6 is Angelica Sanchez. 12 is Bella Sigala. And 20 is Anali Ornelas. And there's a high fly ball heading out to center field. Coming up under that, making a good grab on the run is Villa. So Saul Rangel gives it a ride, flies out to the center fielder for out number 1. And that brings up number 2, Mariah Zambrano, your right fielder, up to the plate. So 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of the first inning, scoreless so far. Hobbs winning the first of this doubleheader. Oh, and there's a smoker to third base, and I'm going to count that an infield single because that was reaching down for it. I think that the third baseman just had no play on that. Playing third base is Quezada, and they're going to come and just make sure everything is okay. She reached down, but, man, that was a smoker, and she really had no chance for a play, not an error. That's just an infield single for Zambrano. Some people would argue, well, she got a glove on it. Well, barely. She just, as a reaction, put her glove down and knocked it, but did not have I just think that was not a playable ball. I'm not going to put it down as an error. Other scorekeepers may and viewers may disagree, but I think that's an infield single for Zambrano. Number 5, Jackie Fuentes, your shortstop, up to the plate. Ali Garcia on deck and Sanaya Jackson in the hole for Hobbs. High fly ball, pop, calling for it. Looks like third baseman's going to have it. Initially calling for it was the shortstop, but Aramijo thought she had it, but then coming over for it was Quesada making the grab. So a pop fly to position 5 for the second out, and Zambrano stays put at first base. Ali Garcia, change up coming up, hanging high, out of the hand. So a 1-0 count, 2 outs, a runner on first. Hobbs looking to get a score on the board. There's a throw down to second base, not going to be in time. It's a little off, but I'm surprised that Ornelas was able to even get a throw off. She made the stop. All right, Ali Garcia with that grand slam walk-off homer that put Hobbs up 10-0. And there's a call strike on the inside corner, so 2-1 count, 2-2 count actually. It's evened up 2-2. Evened up 2-2. And there's a grounder headed to shortstop, making the grab, the throw, and the throw in time. Actually well played as Ali Garcia hits a grounder to the shortstop, gets thrown out 6-3 in the books for the third out. So 4 up, 3 down. Hobbs scores no runs on 1 hit. There were no errors and 1 left on base. So we'll go up to the top of the second inning, and it'll be 5, 6, and 7 due up. Eight. Nine. And welcome back to Hobbs Lady Eagles softball. In the top of the second inning, first batter up, Avriel Sanchez hit an out-of-the-park home run. So a solo homer actually puts Roswell on the board first, 1-0, with no outs and nobody on now. Signs is up to the bat. Villa is on deck and Fuentes in the hole. I'm going to have to turn my volume down and do something, take care of something personal here. But Signs is at the plate. And welcome back to Hobbs Lady Eagle Softball. Sorry about the loss of audio there for a moment, but all back, all good. Everything's fine. And we are a couple of batters down after the solo homer by the leadoff batter in this at bat, Avril Sanchez. Roswell put 2 more runners on at first and second now, and then Fuentes struck out. So 1 out. Island Gutierrez, the right fielder, up to the plate with a 1-2 count on her. And a grounder, 4-3 for the second out. So Gutierrez grounds out, 4-3 for the second out. Oh, and then they catch her off the bag, but they're going to appeal that. The coach is going to appeal as there was a snap throw over to third, and they say that they caught the runner signs off the bag. But they are gonna. There was an appeal on the call. So I catch the score bug up, and we are here in the top of the second inning. I just had some personal things there I had to stop and deal with. There is an appeal, but the umpires are going to talk about it. Coach Brewer kept her runner on third until there's a ruling on the appeal. She kept her runners on second and third. So we will see what happens with this. Could be a call out. The call may stand at third. There was an appeal on it, and it looks like the umpires are sticking with their call, and the coach is still arguing the point, and the umpires are being respectful and listening, but and I don't think that camera caught that action on third. So, yep, they are going to say the umpires let the call stand with the out at third. And that means just the 1 run scored, came across, 2 left on base. There was an error at third, but a throw was made. But Roswell is leading 1-0 going into the bottom of the second inning. It'll be 5, 6, and 7 due up for Hobbs. That's Jackson, Valenzuela, and Ralston due up for Hobbs. They were kept scoreless. It was 4 up, 3 down in their first at bat. This is going to be their second at bat, bottom of the second inning. And 1-0 is your score here. Jackson is the first batter up. Jackson, Valenzuela, Ralston for Hobbs, as we just keep it here and get everything caught up. There's a little high pop fly. It's out of play, though, for Jackson, and she will come back and simply face an 0-1 count. Jackson, the winning pitcher in the first game for Hobbs, did it in fine fashion with 10 strikeouts and gave up only 2 walks. Pitched the entire game, and that is going to miss. A little changeup by Daniela Hernandez in the circle for Roswell in this second game. That is going to miss the inside corner, low and inside for ball 2. So 2-1, the count on Jackson, trying to get something started for Hobbs. They need to get that run back, and maybe then some. That is Hernandez in the circle. Ornelas behind the plate. She caught the first game as well. That is going to miss high as Ornelas went upstairs to catch that. Nobody on base, no harm. That is going to miss outside for ball 4, and Jackson will draw the walk. So no outs, a runner on first. Valenzuela up for Hobbs.
Now batting the third baseman, number 14, Maria Valenzuela.
So no outs, a runner on first. Hobbs playing one behind, 1-0, a solo homer. Put them down. And the first pitch is going to be a call strike on Valenzuela, the third baseman for Hobbs. That means Ralston, the catcher, is on deck, and Jimenez, the center fielder, in the hole. Shows bunt, lays down a nice one, and is going to get put out. Oh, no! She will not only get to stay on first, but the ball was dropped. The throw was in time. Then the ball at first was dropped. And so it will be Valenzuela who laid a nice bunt. It looked like it was going to be a sack bunt to move the runner around, but the ball's dropped, so she reaches on the E3. Throw was fine. It was just the catch. And that does move Jackson, who walked all the way over to third. Runners at the corners for Hobbs, and they're in business. The go-ahead run is on first. Ralston at the plate with no outs and runners at the corners for the Lady Eagles. They're down 1-0. Ooh, nice one. She hits under it a little bit, pops it straight up, and Hernandez initially called for it. Then Ornelas said, nope, I got it. Came up under it and made the grab. So a pop fly out to to position 2 in the books for the first out, and the runners stay put at the corner. So 1 out. As Ralston gave it a good cut, but cut under it and kind of swung up a little. She was, otherwise she was swinging for the fence, and she hit the cover off of one did not go out of the park, but she had a nice hit in the first game. Mariah Jimenez, center fielder, up to the plate. 1 out. Hits the first pitch she sees. It's a little dribbler. It's going to be a sack, though, as it's a little dribbler. Almost acted like a bunt. It rolled all the way to first, and it was Jimenez gets put out by the first baseman, unassisted, 3 UA in the book for the second out, but it scores a run, so it's a sack by Jimenez, a sack RBI. Scored Jackson, so now the game is tied, and it moved Valenzuela over to second in scoring position. So 2 out rally time as Abby Zambrano comes to the plate. 2 outs. Score is 1-1. And there's a changeup, stays high and misses. Throw down to second does not catch Valenzuela off the bag. Valenzuela reached on an error. And Zambrano with a 2-0 count on her now, actually. 2-0 count, 2 outs. Oh, a line drive is going to get out to left field, and will it score? Throw coming in is pretty good, and then the catcher throws out to second base. Everybody is safe. That was a line drive shot. Zambrano laced into that one. A beautiful RBI single. She went to second on the throw into home plate. So an RBI single, but she slides in safely to second base, and that scored Valenzuela. So now Hobbs is up 2-1 with 2 outs, and we go back up to the top of the lineup. Sol Rangel, a throw down to second base, but sliding back in safely just in time. Abby Zambrano. Ornelas not shy. She's got a good arm. So Zambrano sticks on second. Rangel flied out to center field her first time up. That is going to be a call. Strike on the outside corner. A little changeup, but Hernandez took some speed off of that and hit the outside corner. So the count is even, 1-1. 1-1, 2 outs. Bottom of the second, 2-1 your score. Hobbs has gone ahead. They'd like to have an insurance run. There's a high fly ball headed out to right field. And yes, coming up under it, making that grab was Gutierrez out there in right. So Hobbs is able to plate a couple of runs, though, before they get stopped. And that's a fly out to right field, position 9 this time for Rangel. But 2 runs are in on, 1 hit. Yep, 2 runs on 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left on base. And it'll be Zambrano Fuentes Garcia up when Hobbs comes to the plate next. Instead, we go to the top of the 3rd inning now. And Hobbs leading this one 2-1. More Lady Eagles softball coming up.
The Coffee House offers a revitalizing menu of coffee, tea, and specialty drinks, just the way you like it. Enjoy your favorite drink with a whole latte love at the Coffee House. The Coffee House, another proud supporter of all Lee County athletics. Coffee House is locally owned and operated and is dedicated to fostering a sense of community in Lee County and in the surrounding areas. The Coffee House, 1103 North Grimes.
Welcome back to Hobbs Lady Eagles softball as we go to the top of the third inning here. Line drive shot going out to right field as Mariah Zambrano picks that up and is going to hold the runner on first. But, man, first pitch she saw, top of the lineup, Lillian Lucero laced into that one, a line drive single. Puts her on first base with no outs. So top of the third, no outs. And that is a ball that is going to go foul, a pop fly foul down the first base line for strike number one. That is Jaden Quezada at the plate. Let's see, she grounded out her first time up. She's her second plate appearance. No outs, a runner on first. That is Sigala in the circle. Carissa Sigala in starting pitcher for this second game. No outs, a runner on first. Ornelas on deck, Aramillo in the hole. Hobbs leading this one 2-1. And there's a high fly ball headed out. Calling for it was the shortstop, getting on her horse and covering some territory. Fuentes has to play the wind a little bit. Nicely done. I know Rangel was coming in on it, but Fuentes made the grab. Nice one. Fly out to position 6 for out number 1. Runner stays put at first. And now Bella Ornelas steps up and slaps the first pitch she sees, takes it long, deep into foul territory down the left field line. Glad that went foul, as that had trouble written all over it. Might have scored the runner from first if it went out, got lost against the fence or in that corner out there. Strike one. And that's going to be a ball. Ralston, a nice job of knocking that down, staying in front of it. Runner stays put at first. 1-1 count, 1 out, a runner on first. Aramijo is on deck and Sanchez in the hole. There's a grounder, a hot one between short and third, and going to go out to Rangel, who fields that, stops it, makes a throw in. So Ornelas will be on with a single. 1 out, now runners at first and second. That brings up Aramijo, the cleanup hitter, to the plate. She plays shortstop. And the first pitch is going to be a ball. 1-0 count, 1 out. Runners at first and second now. Aramijo grounded out her first time up. Hits that one sharply to third. Steps on the bag and throws it. And is it in time? Yes. Double play. Nicely done. Wow. As Aramijo hits a hot grounder to third base, and Valenzuela picks it up. She touches the base for the force out against Lucero at third, unassisted. So that's 5 UA unassisted for the second out, and then throws 5-3 to get Aramijo out at first. Nicely done, a double play. And Hobbs had a double play in the first game as well. So double play ends the threat by Roswell High in that one. They put runners on, but they can't bring them around. Double play ended that. Very nicely done. So no run score on 2 hits. There were no errors. And 2 left on base. No, 1 left on base. Yep, Ornelas left on base. All right, then. 2-1 your score. Hobbs still leading, and we'll be back. They're coming up to the bat, bottom of the third, and we'll be having more Lady Eagle softball coming up.
Listen up. You asked for it, you got it. Introducing all-in pricing from TDS. Get ultra-powerful 1 gig internet for just $49.99 a month for 2 years. No gimmicks, no gotchas. Plus, no contract, free installation, and a powerful Wi-Fi router included. All in? Oh yeah. Visit hellotds.com today. Internet speeds are up to and not guaranteed. Subject to availability. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Did you know LECO offers fiber internet to your home and business? LECO is the only local fiber internet company. This means a personal touch for local customers. Keep your internet with a local company. You won't be disappointed. LECO, keeping you connected and in control since 1954. LECO, the only local fiber internet company. Call 370-5010. Keep your internet with a local company. You won't be disappointed. Call 370-5010. LECO, keeping you connected and in control since 1954.
And welcome back to Hobbs Lady Eagle Softball on Hobbs Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Eagle 100.5 Facebook. I'm Dawn Morgan, and we are in the bottom of the third inning. Hobbs coming back up to the plate. 2-3-4 due up. Oh, there's a sharply hit ball, but it's going to go foul. Too bad. That was great contact by Mariah Zambrano, your right fielder. She had an infield single and got stranded her first time up. This is her second plate appearance. Fuentes is on deck, Garcia in the hole. And 2 strikes on her, protecting the plate, reaches out to get one, hits it just on the end of the bat, pops it up. And your first baseman able to make that catch. A little pop fly to position 3 for out number 1. Hobbs is leading 2-1, but they'd like to add some more runs to that. Jackie Fuentes, your shortstop, up to the plate.
The shortstop, number 5, Jackie Fuentes.
She had a pop fly her second, or her first plate appearance. This is her second plate appearance. Straight up the middle, a hot grounder finds its way out. And Fuentes is on with a single.
Batting the first baseman, number 9, Ellie Garcia.
Number 9, Allie Garcia, playing first base in this game as she did in the first, is up. She's the cleanup hitter. A throw down to first, not in time. Scrambling back was Fuentes, who had a hot grounder right up the middle, a single, putting her on base with 1 out. Hobbs leading 2-1, that they'd like some insurance runs if they can in this at bat. That is going to come in just a little high and inside as Garcia flinched but didn't offer. So ball 1, or 2 rather. 2-0 is the count on her. 2-0, 1 out, a runner on first. Hobbs needing some insurance runs. That's a nice line drive out to center. Well played, thrown in, but Fuentes moves safely to second, and Garcia has a single. Number 10, Sanaya Jackson, your designated player, batting only in this game so far, is up to the plate.
Now batting the DP, number 10, Sanaya Jackson.
Jackson walked and scored her first plate appearance. Hits that one foul, out of play off to the left. Kind of reached out for that. Might have been called a strike on the outside corner. Hit it off of the end of her bat. Out of play for strike 1. 0-1 count. She's got some power. That's a hot grounder, but picked up, tossed over to the shortstop, covering second base, and then trying to turn the double play, not in time. Jackson has good speed. She's a tall girl. She's got some height, but she's athletic. She's got good speed. So they get 1 out in the force at second, as they get Garcia 6.
Now batting the third baseman, number 14.
6-4. And then Valenzuela now coming up with 2 outs. Jackson reaches on. She beat out the throw, so she actually has an infield single on that. 2 outs. Snap throw down to third. Does not get Fuentes. Fuentes who moved to third on that action. So runners at the corners for Hobbs now. 2 outs. Runners at first and third. Valenzuela to the plate. 2-0 count on her. That's going to miss high as well. Ball 3. 2 outs. Runners at first and third. Hobbs would like to keep the line moving here. They'd like to put some insurance runs across the plate. They lead, but only by 1. 2-1 here in the bottom of the third. That is a call. Strike. Take sign was on as Valenzuela looked, flinched, but did not offer. 3-1 count as Hernandez found the zone when she had to. Swing and woof, laced into that one, pulled it all the way over, foul to the left side. As Valenzuela wanted that one. Count is full with that foul ball, 3-2. Ralston is on deck, and Jimenez is in the hole for Hobbs. If they can make it that far, they would like to. They would very much like to bring a few around, get some more scores on the board here against Roswell. Swing, and again, now she waited a little longer on that and hit it really on the inside of her bat, just above her hands, but man, she snapped the bat around and it still went foul, so count remains 3-2, but man, Valenzuela once nice hit. Man, she pulled that one as well. She's sitting and waiting on it and being as patient as she can, but she has a lot of snap in that bat, and she wants to bring her teammates around. So if she could just straighten that line drive shot out, she could score at least one. She lets that one go and takes the walk. Good eye, as that would have to have been a golf shot, and that's going to load the bases up. So Ralston now up to the plate. Ralston with bases loaded, 2 outs. And Ralston had a pop fly her first time to the plate. This is her second plate appearance, and she swings at the first pitch she sees, fouled back to the screen for strike 1. So 0-1 count. Swing, and a little line drive shot. And that ends it. That was sharply hit and just kind of went right to the third baseman, who picked it up, put the glove out. Valenzuela made the snag and denied Hobbs any runs, and that hurts. Ouch, ouch, ouch. After with 3 hits, 2 singles, an infield single as well, and then leave the bases loaded. It hurts. But they've still got a lead, 2-1. Hobbs still leading, and we'll go to the top of the 4th inning with more Hobbs Lady Eagle softball coming up.
SunGuard Precision is all about your truck and your home and making both look and feel amazing. SunGuard uses Lumar Window Tint, the top name in the game. For your truck, that means a cooler cap, UV protection, and a sleek custom look that turns heads. For your home, it's all about comfort blocking heat, reducing glare, and adding privacy without losing your view. SunGuard Precision brings style, protection, and performance on the road and at home. Call or look up SunGuard Precision in names and numbers. SunGuard Precision, your tinting pros. Attention mechanics. NMR Pipeline is hiring now. If you know your way around heavy equipment and you have your own tools, NMR Pipeline wants to talk to you. NMR is offering top pay based on experience and solid benefits, medical, dental, and vision. NMR Pipeline isn't looking for trainees. They're hiring real mechanics ready to turn wrenches and get the job done right. Apply now at 300 South Main in Eunice. NMR Pipeline, built on skill, driven by hard work. NMR Pipeline is an equal opportunity employer.
And welcome back to Hobbs Lady Eagle softball on Hobbs Sport YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Eagle 100.5 Facebook. We go to the top of the 4th inning. It's the heart of the order. 5, 6, and 7 due up for Roswell High. First pitch in is swung on and hit. A high fly ball out to center field. Jimenez drifts back and picks that one up and hangs on to it. Jimenez with a nice work out there in center field. And a high fly ball, as that was a well-struck ball. Sanchez giving it a ride. But a fly out to position 8 for out number 1. And that's going to bring up Nevaeh Saenz, a left fielder. And she hits the first pitch she sees. And that's a high fly ball out to left field. And Saul Rangel judges that one and makes the grab and keeps it. Fly out to position 7 for out number 2. 2 pitches, 2 outs. You can't get more efficient than that. And number 6, Maritza Villa, the center fielder for Roswell, now batting. She's in the 7th order, 7th slot. That is a little changeup, little high and outside for ball 1. First pitch that wasn't swung at so far. 2 outs, nobody on. Nice pitch. It's going to stay a little high. It was right over the plate, but I guess just a little above the letters. The ump said ball number 2. Let's see. That hits the pike. Yeah. Oh, no. 3-0. Wow. Okay. I thought that looked pretty good. So I was really kind of expecting a late call of a strike there. 3-0, the count. I respect the call. I'm not down there. Oh, call strike. Yeah. There it is. And you really don't ever want to call, as a batter, you don't want to decide your own balls and strikes, because if it's close enough, the ump will make you pay for taking off early every time. But then ball 4 sends Villa to first base. So that's a walk. 2 outs, a runner on first now. Potential tying score is on first. Swing and a line drive shot will find its way out to left field. Rangel will pick it up, throw it in to the shortstop. Nicely played. It did not get past her out there, but Fuentes is on with a single. So now runners at first and second. So Fuentes, who hit the first pitch she saw, hit a little more solid shot. First 2 pitches were swung on and were long fly balls out to center and left field respectively. That one, a line drive shot, flattened out, and two outs. Runners on first and second now. Bottom of the order as number 7, Aileen Gutierrez, the right fielder, up to the plate. She grounded out to the second baseman her first time up. This is second plate appearance. And that is hit down the first base line, foul. So 1-2 count on Gutierrez now. 2 outs. Now Hobbs just needs to concentrate on getting this out. Try not to give up any runs. Swing and a foul down the first base line. Sigh of relief, as that could have been trouble. Probably could have scored 1 had it gone a little bit deeper and been fair. Instead, count remains 1-2. Gutierrez in plate protection mode. 2 outs, runners on first and second. Roswell is trailing by 1 run. It's 2-1. Oh, and that misses just a little high and outside, and Gutierrez does not chase on it. So 2-2 count. Still 1 pitch away from getting out of trouble here, getting out in a swing and another foul ball as Sigala varying the speeds on her pitches. 2-2 the count. A swing and a foul to stay alive at the plate. Gutierrez fighting off some pitches. Spoiling that one off. I think it might have been called a strike. That one, again, another foul. That one coming inside. She hit that one just above her hands. 2-2, still the count. Although I think this is about the 10th pitch that has been pitched to her. And I'm serious. Swing and another foul off to the right, out of play. Count remains 2-2. If she finds her way on, it'll be top of the order with Lucero, Quezada, or Nellis. But Hobbs would like to go ahead and get this out. And a swing and a miss as, yes, Sigala with a strikeout, gets her. And third out. So Roswell threatens, but comes up empty in the top of the fourth inning. And we'll be back. Hobbs coming up to the bat, bottom of the fourth. They have a one-run lead. Will they add to it? We'll find out. More Hobbs Lady Eagle softball coming up.
Listen up. You asked for it, you got it. Introducing all-in pricing from TDS. Get ultra-powerful 1 gig internet for just $49.99 a month for 2 years. No gimmicks, no gotchas. Plus, no contract, free installation, and a powerful Wi-Fi router included. All in? Oh yeah. Visit hellotds.com today. Internet speeds are up to and not guaranteed. Subject to availability. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
In the top of the fourth inning, Roswell scored no runs on 1 hit, no errors, 2 left on base. So we go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Hobbs coming up to the plate, and it's the bottom of the order. It'll be 8-9, and then up to the top. 8-9 and 1 due up.
Leading off the center fielder, number 3, Mariah Jimenez.
Number 3, Mariah Jimenez, playing center field and very well for Hobbs always and in this game. As Hobbs has had very solid fielding in this. They committed no errors in that first game, a 10-0 walk-off win, run rule win in that first one this evening. And 1-1 count now on Mariah Jimenez. Let's see, she had a sack RBI. She got to put out at first her last plate appearance, which was her first and only plate appearance so far. This is her second. Swing and a nice line drive shot right up the middle. Coming in on it, the center fielder doing a nice job, a good stop and a throw in, but a solid hit for Mariah Jimenez. She's on first, and Hobbs is in business with a base runner. No outs. Number 4, Abby Zambrano up to the plate. She had an RBI single and got stranded her first time up. This is her second plate appearance in this game. That stays high. Ornelas threatens to throw down to first, does not. So ball 1, 1-0 count. Nobody out to one runner on. 1-0 count. Rangel on deck and Mariah Zambrano in the hole, and that's going to miss for ball 2. So 2-0 count. No outs. Hobbs really needs to put some insurance runs across. That is going to miss a little inside and high for ball 3. They were able to put runners on. In fact, they left the bases loaded their last at-bat. They don't want to waste base runners this time. The take sign is on, and Hernandez hits the inside corner for call, strike 1. So 3-1 count. Hobbs leading, but just by 1 run. I mean, all it takes is 1 to win it, but you'd like to give yourself a little breathing room, and that is going to miss low for ball 4. And Abby Zambrano works the walk. Jimenez moves to second, and Saul Rangel comes up to the plate. No outs, runners at first and second. Hobbs needs to move those base runners around.
Batting the leadoff hitter, the center fielder, number 11, Sol Rangel.
The wind has died down considerably here. Oh, she shows bunt and lays down what was a very nice one for a long time before it rolled foul. So it just becomes a strike. And I lost my pin. One of them anyway. Let's see if I can get that. Yep. Sorry. All right. Yeah, the wind dying down. It has cooled off, but it's a lot more calm, just a little right to left across. Now she tries another bunt. First one was better. This one, she popped it foul down the third base line. So 2 strikes. Now 0-2 count on Rangel. This Coach Anthony Boyle trying to play a little small ball here and trying to move runners around. Sacrifice. Got outs to work with. Willing to trade a run or even move runners around the bases for an out. But with 2 strikes on her, she won't be bunting now. Rangel looking to move runners around and in. That stays high. So 2-2 count now. No outs. Runners on first and second. Hobbs has some outs to work with. They need to put a little cushion in that score. Swing and a line drive shot up the middle will score 1. Now there's, oh no, it will not score 1 as, Hobbs respecting the arm of the center fielder, Jimenez, out there. But it does load the bases. Rangel with a nice single, well-struck ball, loads the bases with no outs. That's awesome. If you're Hobbs a fan, you're liking this. If you're a Roswell fan, you know they're in a bit of trouble here. So bases loaded. Mariah Zambrano up to the plate, and that misses inside. Now Ornella's trying to frame it up for the ump, left her glove up there, and she even looked back at him and said, "You sure that was a ball?" He nodded, said yes. Just missed the inside corner and a little high as well. That would have been a call strike, swung on and out of play off to the right for strike 1. So 1-1 count now on Mariah Zambrano. Now she had a pop fly out to the first baseman her last time up. She had an infield single and got stranded her first time up. She's 1 for 2, third plate appearance, 1-1 count. Bases loaded, no outs. Hobbs needs to move runners in. They've left bases loaded once. They don't want to do that here. Got to have some more runs across and a swing, and oh, that was a line drive shot. That's the second. Wait a minute. Are they going to say, oh, they're going to say no pitch? No pitch. The umpire, I think, didn't have his, he wasn't ready for it, for the pitch. Okay, so it'll be like that. Pitch never happened. It won't be a ball, won't be a strike. It's a no pitch. And that misses. Snap throw down to third. Doesn't. All right, so 2-1's your count. No outs, bases are loaded. Swing and a high pop fly. Infield fly is going to be caught by Ornelas, and everybody stays put. So 1 out. A pop out to position 2 for out number 1. That's going to bring up
now batting the shortstop, number 5, Jackie Fuentes.
Jackie Fuentes to the plate. First pitch is a ball, 1 out, base is still loaded. Fuentes with a good chance. And that's going to fall in. Yep, it's going to fall in. Left fielder trying to get a hand on it and dives for it. Gets behind her all the way to the wall. Center fielder has to go out and get it. And that's going to score 2 for Hobbs. And not an error. She was at a dead run trying to catch it in front of her, and it got behind her. I'm not going to score that as an error. It could go either way. I think when in doubt, I do not put it down as an error. So Jackie Fuentes will have an RBI. She moved over on the throw once there was room at that second. So she has an RBI single. Ends up at second in scoring position. That scores Jimenez from third. That scored Zambrano from second. It puts Rangel at third and Fuentes at second on the RBI single, the two RBI single. So we're going to have a pitching change for Roswell as Hobbs goes up 4-1 in this second game because Coach Brewer thinks there's a chance for Roswell to win this game. Roswell is hitting the ball better than they were in the first game. And it's a closer game at this point, 4-1. So she's going to make a pitching change. There's a timeout while they do some warm-ups, and we'll go ahead and take the timeout with them and be back with more Hobbs Lady Eagles softball coming up.
NMJC, success through learning. My future's looking brighter. My life's an open door. New Mexico Junior College gave me the chance I was looking for. Affordable education designed to fit my needs. Now every day is filled with opportunity. NMJC, success through learning. NMJC.
At nmjc.edu.
And welcome back to Hobbs Lady Eagle softball. That is number 7. That is Anaya Rodriguez in the circle now after the pitching change by Roswell. After a well-hit ball out to left field, scored 2. Still just 1 out now, and runners at second, third. And number 9, that is Ali Garcia to the plate for Hobbs. Laced into that one, and it was foul down the third base line. So 1-1 count on Garcia now. Garcia had the Grand Slam home run that allowed Hobbs to score a 10-0 run rule shutout walk-off in the bottom of the 6th inning in the first game against Roswell High. And that's going to hit the outside corner. Well, Hobbs faithful thinking that was a little outside. Ornelas framed it up and left the glove out there for the ump, who decided it was indeed a strike. High fly ball headed out to deep center. Heading over for it, though, the center fielder who makes the catch and then throws the ball, tagging up, though, and making it safely home. So it's going to be a sac fly RBI for Ali Garcia. A sac fly RBI. So that's the second out, but it does score Rangel from third, and then Fuentes went to third on the throw and got hit by the ball, and she's okay. They're giving her time to make sure she's okay. She ran it out, so Fuentes on third. 2 outs now, but Hobbs has put 3 runs across in this one and is up 5-1 with a chance to keep the line moving. And there's a beautifully hit ball. It's gonna be an RBI double for Jackson as the throw comes in, beautifully hit, a line drive shot into between center and left field for Sanaya Jackson. An RBI double puts her in scoring position, brings Fuentes in from third, and Hobbs goes up 6-1 now with 2 outs. And number 14, Marina Valenzuela up to the plate. Marina Valenzuela with 2 outs and a runner on second, a chance for Hobbs to keep the line moving. They'd like to just keep pouring the runs in, as pitching change has not made much of a difference yet. Ornelas doing a good job blocking that ball out, keeping Jackson out on second base. Ornelas caught the first game and catching the second one here. Swing and a line drive shot's going to end up going foul. Man, that was a well-struck ball by Valenzuela. She walked and got stranded her last time up. She reached on an error and scored her first time up. So this is her 3rd plate appearance. She's over. 2 outs, runner at second. Hobbs up 6-1. Swing and a foul ball out of play. will keep the count at 2-2 on Valenzuela. 2-2 the count, 2 outs, a runner on second. A lot of twos in this one. That is going to miss. Snap throw down to second. Nice throw. Ornelas has the moves. Ornelas is a good catcher. I've watched her in that first game, watching her in this second. She's got great fundamentals. High fly ball headed out to shallow left field. Coming over, making the grab was the shortstop, and a credit where credit's due. That was a nice play by Fuentes over there, and shuts Hobbs down. Not before they put 4 runs across, though. So 4 runs across, the score 6-1, and we'll be back with the top of the 5th inning coming up here. More Hobbs Lady Eagle softball on the way.
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jow, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
For all your grocery specials, shop Thriftway and La Tienda in Hobbs. The best deals in fresh produce, fresh meat and vegetables, frozen and dairy, health and beauty, and so much more. With the friendliest and most knowledgeable staff, Thriftway and La Tienda. For all your grocery specials, come on down to La Tienda, 400 East Marland, and Thriftway, 1317 North Turner in Hobbs. Best of luck, Eagles, from all of your friends at Thriftway and La Tienda grocery stores.
And welcome back to Hobbs Lady Eagle softball in the bottom of the 5th inning, or bottom of the 4th rather. Hobbs plated 4 runs on 4 hits. There were no errors committed, 1 left on base, and we're going to go to the top of the 5th inning. And let's see, it is going to be the top of the order. Top of the order for Roswell High. Lucero, Quesada, Ornelas. 1, 2, and 3. A grounder headed to first base. Garcia's going to scoop it up, touch first herself, so 3 unassisted in the books for the first out. If I can get the right place in the scorebook, I'm making a mess here. 3 unassisted for the first out. That's going to bring up number 12, Jaden Quesada. The third baseman hits the first pitch she sees. A high pop fly. Ralston comes under it. Throws off the mask and luckily does not lose it in the lights. Makes a nice snag there. And out number 2. So a pop out to the catcher, position number 2 for out number 2. And that brings up Ornelas, Bella Ornelas to the plate. 2 outs, nobody on. First pitch is swung on and fouled back. Hits I think it hit something. It sounds like it hit the top of the booth, but it bounced back into the field. So strike 1, 0-1, 2 outs, nobody on. Hit something solid. Maybe it just hit the pole, top of the. I think it just hit the top of the backstop out there. Next pitch is a ball, 1-1 the count, 2 outs, nobody on. Hobbs would like to go ahead and shut things down here. Roswell wants to get a 2-out rally going. A well-hit ball is going to make it all the way to the wall, but a nice play. Oh, no. Almost a throw out. The catch just bobbled a little. Wow, almost a throw out at second base, a play you don't see very often. Well done, Jimenez out there. That was a line drive shot, and she didn't have a shot at it, but she played it off the wall very well, turned around and threw to second, and just almost got Ornelas out at second. Just a little bobble on the catch. And a stand-up double, though, for Ornelas out in scoring position. And that brings up Abby Zambrano to the plate. Wait a minute. No. Oh, Aramijo, yeah. Aubrey, I'm sorry. Aubrey Aramijo to the plate. It's getting a little dark in here. Oh, a line drive shot's going to go foul by about a yard or two out there. Down left field line for strike number 2. 1-2 the count. 2 outs, a runner on second in scoring position. Roswell's threatening to get a 2-out rally going. That call, strike on the outside corner. Yeah, he has called it both ways. Hobbs feels like they've been a victim of that. Roswell feels like they've been a victim. So I think that it's all even in the wash. It all washes out and becomes baseball karma there, softball karma. Strikeout for out number 3. Roswell threatens but comes up empty. No runs on 1 hit. No errors. 1 left on. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Hobbs leading 6-1. More Lady Eagles softball coming up.
Did you know that Lee County State Bank drive-up lanes are open late? Interactive tellers give you convenient, extended drive-through hours Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Lee County State Bank ITMs feature a screen which connects you to a live teller inside the bank to assist you with your banking transactions. No need to rush to the bank with Lee County State Bank's extended ITM drive-through lanes conveniently located near you in Lovington, Hobbs, and Eunice. Lee County State Bank, member FDIC.
Forest Tire is celebrating 80 years in business. There's always another task to tackle, but making your to-do list disappear generates a ton of wear and tear on your tires. Do more for more miles with the Michelin Defender LTX MS tire. Whether it's hauling your boat up to the lake or driving through the job site, Michelin designed a tire that's tough enough for anything. Stop in today for the Michelin Defender LTX MS tire and get back to task mastering. Forest Tire, keeping you rolling since 1944.
All right. So in there at bat, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base for Roswell High. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning, and Hobbs is leading this one 6-1. It's Ralston due up. Ralston, Jimenez, Zambrano. 7, 8, 9 due up. For Hobbs, 6-1 your score. They'd like to add to that lead. First pitch laced into. It's a chopper grounder, but the shortstop able to chase that one down. Fuentes makes a stop and a good throw over to first base, to the first baseman. I never filled out my diamond. I was just barely getting the book filled out at the beginning of this doubleheader. That is Sanchez over on first for Roswell High. So Ralston grounds out 6-3. Out number 1. Well hit ball, but it was, and I thought it off the bat, it had such a choppy action. I thought there was a possibility for her to get an infield single out of that. She did not. Mariah Jimenez up to the plate. Jimenez singled and scored her last time up. Was thrown out by the first baseman her first time up. She's 1 for 2. Another slap and another foul for strike number 2. 1-2 the count. Bottom of the 5th. Come on back. 1 out, nobody on. Fouled off again. Count remains 1-2. Abby Zambrano is on deck, and then we go back to the top of the order with Rangel and then Mariah Zambrano. Hobbs looking just to add to their score if they can. Roswell has been hitting the ball, seeing the ball better and hitting the ball better in this second game. They have 1 run on. At this point in the last game, it was the score, I believe, was 6-0. Reaches and a pop. Ornelas reaches up with one hand after throwing the mask off. I think Ornelas is one of the better catchers that I've seen in 5A so far this year. In service to a team that's a little inconsistent. Ornelas frames that one, but the ump says, nope, a little outside. As Abby Zambrano looks at the first pitch, 1-0. High. Oh, that's out of the park. That's over the fence. Oh, yeah, that's gone. Oh, yeah. Solo. That's a nice solo homer as that Zambrano just laced into the first pitch he saw. That was a smoker. Well, I think she actually had a ball on her at that point. Wow. So with 2 outs, a nice solo home run by Abby Zambrano puts Hobbs up 7-1. Yeah, that had I don't know what the exit velocity off the bat was for that home run by Abby Zambrano, but it was up there for sure. The exit velo, as the Major League Baseball talks about a lot. Top of the order, Sol Rangel, left fielder, up to the plate. She singled and scored her last time up. Slaps at that one. It goes foul. Backhanded and stopped. A nice stop there by the third baseman, but it was foul. 1-1 the count. That's going to hit the outside corner. No, it just misses. And even Ornelas looked back and thought that it was a strike. I thought it might have crossed the plate, gone through the zone on the way to ending up a little outside. Swing and a miss. And that's going to be a strikeout for out number 3. Hobbs able to plate 1 on the solo homer by Abby Zambrano. Makes it 7-1. So 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on base. We go to the top of the 6th inning. Hobbs leading 7-1. More Hobbs Lady Eagle softball coming up.
Did you know that Lee County State...
Oh, yes! Strike! Good times, baby! Definitely good, healthy fun with family and friends is what you get at Bel Air Bowl, the only place to bowl for nearly 100 miles around. You can grab a snack and bowl, play pool, or even video arcade. They're the perfect place for a birthday party. Bel Air Bowl has got you covered and can make it happen. Find them on Facebook or Google Bel Air Bowl. They are located behind the Bel Air Shopping Center. Where we roll at Bel Air Bowl.
We'll take you there and bring you back.
Hobbs Express provides bus service throughout Hobbs. The bus system operates Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., Saturdays, 7 to 4. Hobbs Express has an immediate opening for a CDL bus driver, offering great pay and benefits. Apply online at hobbsnm.org or call 397-9230 for more information. When you need transportation anywhere around Hobbs, think of Hobbs Express. Hobbs Express, 397-9290.
And welcome back to Hobbs Lady Eagle Softball on Hobbs Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Eagle 100.5 Facebook. As we go to the top of the 6th inning, Roswell High coming up to the plate. There's a grounder to the shortstop. Fuentes picks it up. No, safe as she beat out the throw and might have pulled Garcia off the bag just a little. A nice stretch by Garcia. That ball just took a little bit of time to get. That play took a little time to develop. It took a little bit of time to get to Fuentes out there. She made a nice stop and a good throw, just not quite in time. Good speed by Avriel Sanchez. Puts her on an infield single. No outs, a runner on, and Navaya Sainz up to the plate. 5, 6, and 7. First 3 batters due up for Roswell High. Sanchez in left field, or Sainz rather in left field. Swing and a miss for a strike. Ralston looking down. First base, no throw. No outs, a runner on first. 0-2 count. Protecting the plate. Science reaches out and spoils it off the end of her bat. Out of play, off to the right. Count remains 0-2. Swing and again picks that one up off the inside corner. Fouls it out of play off to the right. Still 0-2 count. Roswell's making noise in the dugout. Got some energy going. Threatening to try to come back. Swing and a miss. Nice pitch. As Segala put that over, took a little bit of speed off of that, put it over the outside corner, and got signed swinging for out number 1. And coming up, as a throw, bad throw down to first, it's okay, Hobbs. It does advance the runner. It's just there's some blame to go around there. Swing and fouled off down the third baseline over to the Roswell dugout. So 0-2 count on Maritza Villa. Could be Villa. Probably Villa. Center fielder. Swing and a miss. Got her. Strikeout. Nice pitch as Segala put a little more pop in the glove on that one. It was a fastball right down the center, and Villa cut under it just a little bit. So out number 2. Strikeout number 2 in this at bat. First pitch is hit. Foul out of play off to the left down the third baseline, down the left field line. So Fuentes. 2 outs now, an 0-1 count on Fuentes. She singled and got stranded her last time up. She struck out her first time up. She's 1 for 2. Third plate appearance. If she finds a way on, Gutierrez is on deck. And then back up to the top of the lineup. But Hobbs would like to shut things down right here, get the third out. Get in the dugout. Get a step closer to winning this second game of doubleheader. That's going to miss high and outside for ball 1. 2 outs, 1-1 count. Runner out on second in scoring position. Swing and foul tip back to the screen for strike number 2. So 1-2 count now. Swing and a miss. Got her chasing an outside with two strikes on her. Had to protect the plate. Her bat a little too short to make contact with that one. 3 straight strikeouts by Segala, hitting her rhythm in the circle for Hobbs. 4 up, 3 down. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base. And we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Hobbs leading 7-1. We'll be back with more Hobbs Lady Eagles softball coming up.
NMJC, success through learning. My future's looking brighter. My life's an open door. New Mexico Junior College gave me the chance I was looking for. Affordable education designed to fit my needs. Now every day is filled with opportunity. NMJC, success through learning.
At nmjc.edu.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hardworking team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
And welcome back to Hobbs Lady Eagles softball. Leadoff hitter for the Lady Eagles here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Mariah Zambrano hit the first pitch she saw, and it was a fly out to left field, position number 7 in the book. So a fly out to left field for out number 1. That brings up number 5, Jackie Fuentes, your shortstop for the Lady Eagles. First pitch. So bottom of the 6th. And that's going to be a call strike for strike number 2 now. So Hobbs trying to add to their score, but and a little, that's going to fall in for a hit off the end of the bat, protecting the plate. Zambrano decides Fuentes reaches for an outside pitch and hits it off the end of her bat, and it falls in. A little Texas leaguer falls behind first base, too shallow for the right fielder to come in and get it. So a single for Fuentes leads to a snap throw down to first. Not in time. Ornelas not shy about throwing, and she's got a good arm. That is Ali Garcia, cleanup hitter, first baseman, to the plate. And that's going to fall in for a hit in shallow left field. So back-to-back singles has Hobbs in business. 1 out. Runners on first and second. Sanaya Jackson, your designated player in this game, up to the plate. 1 out. Oh, a swing and a miss, as that had some good tailing action on it. Late break over the outside corner. Jackson swinging at. Makes contact with that, but fouled off out of play down the left field line for strike number 2. She had an RBI double and got stranded her last time up. An infield single, got stranded, and walked and scored. So 2 strikes on her, 1 out, 2 runners on. That's going to miss. Ornelas doing a nice job on that wild pitch, because runners probably would have moved. 1-2 the count now on Jackson. Swings and fouls that off as she leans over the plate, spoils it off, protecting the plate. 1-2. Swings and a line drive shot over Fuentes at short, or over the shortstop's head, that is. A throw into third. Nicely played as the left fielder makes the stop and throws into third. Almost gets the runner. But wow, what a nice shot that was. Solid line drive by Jackson over the shortstop's head. Puts her on and loads the bases.
Now batting the third baseman, number 14, Mariana Valenzuela.
3 singles in a row loads the bases for Hobbs with 1 out. And that brings up number 14, Marina Valenzuela, the third baseman, to the plate. 1 out, a golden opportunity for Hobbs. Actually, the winning run is at the plate. If they were going to score 4, and that's going to fall into shallow right field. It'll score 1. Bobbled by the right fielder out there. She kicks it, and it rolls almost to the Hobbs dugout, and it scores 2, and will move one of the runners. Will make it. Jackson will make it all the way around to third. So it scores 2. The error came in just how she fielded it. She ended up kicking the ball, came up on it. So scores 2. Hobbs.
Number 8, Andy Arnold.
Yeah, Andy Arnold, substitute batter in. Hits the first pitch she sees sharply foul down the first base line. Andy Arnold in for Addison Ralston. So 0-1 count on her. And Hobbs, all Hobbs needs to do is score 2 more, and they'll have a walk-off 10-run rule win in the bottom of the 6th inning, just like they did in the first. They would need a score of 11-1 to do it. Swing and another foul off to the right for strike number 2. 0-2 count. Runners at the corners for Hobbs. They put 2 across. It's 9-1. For a 10-run rule win, they need a score of 11-1. Fouled off the inside of the bat. Count remains 0-2 on Andy Arnold. Substitute batting in place of Ralston. 2 out or 1 out. Runners at the corners for Hobbs. And that hits, it just misses the outside corner. And the count now 1-2. Jimenez is on deck. Zambrano in the hole. That stays up high. Throw down to third base. Ornelas got quite the arm. Two and 2 count. The ball hit foul, out of play. So count remains 2-2 on Arnold. Ball comes in. Balls. Ump able to repopulate his bags. Here we go. 2-2 the count. Swing and a grounder is going to be stopped by, and it's going to be safe at second, right? Yep. No, they throw her out. They say she's out, but it does score a run. So that's going to be a fielder's choice, RBI, for Andy Arnold. And it's 6-4 for the second out in the books, but it scored Jackson from third, and now Hobbs is up 10-1. So Hobbs up 10-1. They need one more run. And a swing and a foul back for strike 1 on Mariah Jimenez. There's a high fly ball calling for it. The center fielder makes the grab and ends Hobbs' threat, as they do put runs across, but not enough to get the walk-off win here in the bottom of the 6th inning. So Roswell will get a chance to bat in the top of the 7th. Their score is 10-1, and we'll be back with more Hobbs Lady Eagle softball coming up.
Attention mechanics! NMR Pipeline is hiring now. If you know your way around heavy equipment and you have your own tools, NMR Pipeline wants to talk to you. NMR is offering top pay based on experience and solid benefits, medical, dental, and vision. NMR Pipeline isn't looking for trainees. They're hiring real mechanics ready to turn wrenches and get the job done right. Apply now at 300 South Main in Eunice. NMR Pipeline, built on skills, driven by hard work. NMR Pipeline is an equal opportunity employer.
Here's some good news. Master Plumbers is thanking their customers. Right now, you can have your drain cleared for $39. $39, and you pick the drain. You better hurry. This drain clearing promotion won't last long. Plus, free camera inspection. Drain clogged? No problem. Call the Master. 397-9385. Reminder, Master Plumbers will meet or beat any competitor's plumbing price.
Master Plumbers, call the Master.
And welcome back, as Hobbs was able to plate 3 runs on 3 hits, 1 error committed, 2 left on base. And 10-1 is your score going into the top of the 7th inning. And it is the bottom of the order. Aylan Gutierrez is up to the plate, and then Lucero and Quezada. And that ball is going to go foul down the first base right field line for strike 1 on Gutierrez. So let's get this to the top. Let's get my score bug up to the top of the 7th inning. No outs, nobody on. Swing, and that's going to be over the head of Zambrano at second. A line drive shot out into right field. Puts one runner on for Roswell High. So Gutierrez with a single, line drive single. Now, top of the order, Lucero to the plate, Quezada on deck, and Ornelas in the hole. Top of the 7th, Roswell is trailing 10-1 here. This is their last chance. If Hobbs can just hold them, Hobbs will win their second game tonight against Roswell High. If they can hold them here, they don't have to bat as the home team. Swing and foul back to the screen. A 1-1 count now on Lilian Lucero. All right, no outs, runner on. Ooh, a shot. Is that going to go? It's going to go foul. It was headed for shallow right field, but it tailed off just a little and went foul by a foot or two. Becomes a strike, so 1-2 is the count now on Lucero. Is that Lucero? I don't think that's Lucero. That is number 4. Yeah, it is. It is Lucero. All right, 1-2 still. Lucero trying to keep things going for Roswell High. They're trying to mount a 7th inning comeback. There's a ground ball headed for second. Zambrano picks it up. Oh, no, and a bad throw. Airmails it over to the Hobbs dugout. Luckily, it doesn't go in the dugout. Bounces back, and Garcia picks it up. So she will reach on the error. E4, throwing error. And that's going to move Gutierrez all the way to third. So runners at the corners now for Roswell High. No outs. And Quesada is at the plate now. Shows bunt, lays down a foul ball. It was dribbling down the third base line and then went foul. So Quesada with an 0-1 count. No outs. And shows bunt again. This time, looks like, I guess it hit the plate. No, it was out. No? Yep. Just hit the plate for a strike. So 2 strikes. 0-2 count. One and 2 count. Swing, and that's going to be a hit fall into shallow right field. A throw comes in. Whoa, there's a lot of power on that throw. A throw down to third now. Are they going to get her? They do. One runner scores, but then they burn the runner down and throw her out at third base. But Roswell gets a run across. So that's an RBI single for Quezada, who moves to second on the throw in. RBI single. She ends up at second. And that scores Gutierrez from third. And then they throw out Lucero for the first out. There's a well-hit ball, and it's going to go hit the fence and come out. It will score 1. And that's going to be an RBI. RBI double. That was a well-hit ball by Bella Ornelas. An RBI double. Puts her in scoring position. That brings in Quesada. And Roswell's put a couple across. They're trying for the 7th inning comeback. 1 out. A runner on second base now. Hobbs has runs to give. They just, that's foul. It went foul. It was sharply hit down the third base line, but it went foul just about a foot before it hit the third base bag, before it went by the third base bag, I should say. So Aramijo with a foul ball and an 0-1 count. Luckily, 1 out now. Hobbs needs to work on outs. They have runs to give to be able to get outs. Swing and a foul for strike 2. 0-2 count. 1 out, runner on second. 2 runs across for Roswell High. 10-3 your score. There's a high fly ball headed out to right field and making the grab and making that throw. Wow, she has an arm like a crazy good arm out there. Wow. That Mariah Zambrano's arm is amazing. And holds the runner on third. Wow. So nicely played out there, by the way, too. High fly ball headed again out to right field. And yeah, and that's it. Hobbs wins. Back-to-back catches by Mariah Zambrano in right field spelled doom for Roswell High. Fly out to position 9 twice for outs number 2 and 3. And Hobbs wins this one 10-3 in the top of the 7th inning. 10-3 final score, and with it, Roswell falls to 4-13, 0-2 in district. Hobbs moves to 11-6 overall, 2-0 in district. Nice work by head coach Anthony Boyle and the Hobbs Lady Eagles. It was a good night for softball here as they win both games of this district opening doubleheader. First one was 10-0 in a walk-off with a grand slam walk-off in the bottom of the 6th. That was amazing. And now this one, they hang on and win 10-3. 2 back-to-back wins. Nice work. And I'm going to go ahead and just wrap things up and say congratulations to the Hobbs Lady Eagles. Roswell not playing badly at all. They did a lot of good things in these games. Some good fielding. They had some, I'm really impressed with the catcher, Ornelas, as well. Had some bright spots and some good moments in both of these games, despite falling in both of them, 10-0 in one, 10-3 in the other. So safe travels to Roswell, visiting Roswell Lady Coyotes and the fans, the team and the fans, as they've got a couple of hours to ride back home tonight. And that's tough when you lost both of your games. But Hobbs can celebrate, and now they will move on and play again. They've got a doubleheader against Clovis, I believe, on the road later this week. So good luck to them. Again, they are now 11-6 on the season, 2-0 in district, winning both of these games against Roswell High here, 10-0 and in 10-3. Thank you very much for watching and listening. It's been Hobbs Lady Eagles Softball on Hobbs Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Eagle 100.5 Facebook. I'm Dawn Morgan. Thank you very much for Evie Stuber monitoring audio and video, and thank you. We'll have more Hobbs Lady Eagles Softball on the way. The season's not over, and our coverage is not over either. Thank you and good night.